Hey there, and welcome to the Call to Cinema, and welcome back, Malcolm. It's been so long since we've seen each other.
Yes.
Ages.
Yes, it's been a long time.
We haven't been filming things at all.
No.
Hey there, Film Watcher and Robert, and everybody that's there. If you're here, please like, share, subscribe. If you want a super chat or a super sticker or donate or just join our Patreon, right down there, link below. What's really cool is there's a ton, Malcolm, of Screen Factory, Show Factory stuff announced.
Go. Yep. There's tons of it.
Cool.
I can't believe it. I knew some of it.
We actually had a chat, like sort of like you said. They announced a certain set, but I bought something. Hey there, Danuch. Hey there, Dennis. From
Hey guys.
From Arrow recently, and I'm like, yeah, but that's not the ones. Like this actually will complement what you already got.
Yeah.
Because I got this, see? And
ooh, you got the cool set.
I love that set. Like there's one before that had a book, but I just like the aesthetics of this
one. The green cover wasn't as nice as the white one.
The white, I didn't like this one here. I didn't like the other one. I actually
the other one was the green one.
I sacrificed the book to get this cover.
Wow.
For real.
It must have been bad.
But we're getting it right here. These are not the Japanese films, by the way, guys. These are the North American remakes, which actually I will go out there and say they're good for, especially when you go to when you're looking at remake territory. I actually do enjoy these films.
They're quite nice. I'm guessing it's going to be a 3-pack, as in like separate cases.
I definitely think so. I mean, it's a 6-disc set.
Because it's 4K and Blu-ray.
And we do have 4K and Blu. If you buy it from Shout Factory, obviously you get the nice poster. But this is something I'm not going to lie. If I'm walking through a Sunrise Records in a couple of weeks, or at the end of whenever this comes out in December sometime, and this is there, I'd be tempted.
You always had a thing for it, did you? The one that comes out the screen.
It's just these films are just I like the J horror. I've always been a big fan of J horror and K horror, and it's these here are really kind of even I'm not big always on remakes. These I think did a good job of it.
Yeah, they do a good job. Definitely the first one does.
Yeah, 100%. The first one's the best one. Hey there, Bullet Blake.
I'll be honest, I think $60 would have been better.
I mean, for 4K though, I mean, it's not bad when you think about it. For if
you think of it's $25 each thing, but I'm just saying, I think $60 we got in a box set makes it feel more. You know what I mean?
It'll be interesting to see. If this is a hard box, $75 is good. If it's a soft box, then $60 for sure. So we got here. What we know so far is we have the first Ring, the original. We have the Ring 2, includes both the theatrical and unrated cut of that film. And we have Rings, the much maligned sequel that people either like or don't like. Have you seen it?
Yeah. I've seen the trailer and I wasn't that keen.
Well, that's not a good
I do like the American remakes, though. I will say that. They're not as good as the Japanese ones, but they work. They're artistically done in a lot of ways that kind of go with it, you know?
I agree. I mean, these definitely work a bit better for me than some of the other remakes that are right there. I'm actually looking around just to make sure my cat's not gone up on the counter again, Mel. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Hey.
Blake says, I'd pay $30 for the first one, maybe 10. Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that because the first one is the better one. You know, I mean, I recently got the 4K of Ringu, the first original one, and I'm curious to put up against the Blu-ray I've got because I've got the Blu-ray set you've got, and I've got that 4K.
Because that'd be interesting. I like to have this just to have them all. Rings is a bonus, for me. In all honesty, Rings is something.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan, welcome, man. Ryan, what do you think of this, by the way? It might have been Ryan where I saw this at, by the way. Just, just so you know, because I notice this on
Ooh.
Facebook often. Sometimes I'm disconnected, so there you go. Rings his ass. Is it really? Is it that
Yeah,
bad?
it is. I've heard things. I think Alex watched it and he said it was like really, really bad. That's
But
probably why this set should have been 60, because it would have been like, oh, and you get a free movie.
but it's got Jonathan Galecki, so there's that. I'm a big Bang Theory fan, so there's there's that aspect to it.
Oh,
Oh, like I
well,
do think that this is gonna be a strong month for Shout Factory. There's some nice titles here. I want to go into one that I saw, and I'm wondering if you might know a bit more about this one than I do. So, ready for it?
yeah. Oh,
5 films by Masaki USA. I apologize if I
Masaki.
pronounced that wrong. Widely regarded as one of the most imaginative and influential filmmakers working in animation today, has been compared to pioneers such as Tex Avery and Max Fleischer.
Mind
This,
Game, The Night Short, Walk on Girl, Lou Over the Wall,
yeah,
Ride Your Wave. These are animations.
Uno,
These are
yeah.
anime movies. Yeah,
That's
I
why
know.
I was like, you may know these a
For a
bit more than
second, I
I do.
was like, huh, who's this? But yeah, really good titles. Lou Over the Wall is a decent one. I've actually got the Blu-ray in the other room, the collector's edition. I Walk on Girl's decent. Ride Your Wave, yeah, that's all right. It depends on your taste. There's more meaning behind them than there is your average anime movie. Like think Studio Ghibli, all right? Maybe not like as popular as Studio Ghibli, but think Studio Ghibli and think with extra meaning, but it's kind of underlayered. And I think you have to understand Japanese culture a lot of times as well to
Like
fully
Inuo,
understand what they're doing.
Inuo is one that I've seen them like um, previously released, probably.
Yeah.
We got a 60-page book here, so we know some of the features
Ooh.
on this one. With a sketchbook, that's going to be really nice. Exclusive poster. There's features on each one of these, whether it's animatics, which you want for animation,
Mm.
like artwork galleries, interviews with the director, audio commentaries, storyboards, like cast interviews, like a whole lot of stuff on this here. It's a gorgeous looking set. And
Yeah.
this is kind of the type of stuff that I really want to see
Yeah.
because there's stuff that we see that's been released and re-released,
Yeah.
and I know like some of these probably got like separate releases, but for somebody like me that doesn't have these,
Yeah.
it's a great way to get into it. It's a
I like the way it
great.
looks as well. It looks really, really good, like classy, like the packaging.
It does. I mean, look, I love the look of this here, this style, and I very interested in this release.
I know that they've been released over here because I've got some of them. I just can't remember what company it is.
And $79, so it's $80, but it's like 5 films, which is not a bad price. This is Blu-ray. It's not 4K, but I'm not quite sure what
Some of them
if
would look good. Some of them would look good in 4K, but it all depends. I would say on the time they were made.
well, it's all seem like fairly newer, like from 2004 to
Well,
2021.
my game's 2004, so that probably won't work too well. Because remember, they were during anime, and it's only recently, I think, over the last 6, 7, maybe 10 years, gone to digital. That's why shows like Naruto never get real HD treatments. They just get the upscale.
It's like the Doctor Who thing.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
And it's not the only box
Beautiful
set,
set.
Malcolm. There's another one. There's another box set. Look at this
Oh,
gorgeous.
look at that! That's a beauty.
It is. And actually, at 140, it's not a bad price for this. I think this is cheaper than that, like
Oh,
that set, but based on the actor.
yeah. What was the T Lung one, David Chang one? $30 more.
It was, and this is 12 movies, by the way. So we got 12 more movies here. So let's just see what they are. I want to see how excited you get because I know you're bigger into the martial arts than I am. Like
Yeah, that's
you
true.
definitely know more on that. So we start
Yeah.
off with the Rebel Intruders in 2:35 aspect ratio, 100 minutes long.
Which is a Venom movie, which is awesome. Hi, Alan.
Hey, welcome, Alan. You
Dark
followed up
Sidious,
with
so
Two
you're
Champions
here.
of Shaolin.
That's a good one.
And then we got Legend of the Fox.
Not had a chance to see that one. Black Lizard's really good.
Black Lizard. It sounds like something totally different, but we'll go with that.
House of Traps. I own
This
House
is
of Traps.
same.
I only 88 films one. And basically, what the whole premise is, they go into this place and they've got to try and get to the thing. But what happens is that it's got traps in it and it kills people.
One
It's a
plasma
really
spurting
good
attack
movie.
after another.
Master Avengers is a classic. That's a Venom movie.
A lot of Venom movies there, man. The Sword Stained with Royal Blood. I love the name.
Oh, that is a good film.
It's Philip
Five
Clark.
Element Ninjas.
Yep.
Five Element Ninjas was originally in America, just so people know, out of print and was going for $60 to $100. So I don't know if that was still the case before this was released, because that means that's completely, going to lose the value. Shaolin Prince has T. Lung in it, I believe. Is it T. Lung?
There's some nice Shaolin Intruders here as well. Holy Flame of the Marital World. The martial world. So the marital world. That sounds almost like there's a Freudian slip of the martial world. Opium and the Kung Fu Master.
Opium and the Kung Fu Master. Quick story. That Blu-ray was going for $200 in America.
These sets are incredible. I'm like, this is one where if I'm seeing these sets in the wild, I'm gonna be very, very freaking tempted, Malcolm. Very tempted.
Ooh.
Like this could, like, I want to get some horror stuff, but this could beat it out. Like, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Just
well, you'll have 5 box sets to grab. Actually, 6.
6?
Because you'll have Brave Archer, David Chang T. Lung set, and all 4 of the Shaw Brother Classic sets.
I'm not sure if the Brave Archers one actually made it to stores. Though. I thought that wasn't that exclusive to the website, or was?
It might have been. I bought it off of someone over here for 120 quid when it was $69 in America.
I love the artwork.
Ridiculous.
What do you think the artwork?
I like the artwork. I just wish it wasn't like all over the packaging, like the front, the side, the top. I would like if there was a little bit more difference, but I do like the artwork. The artwork's nice. I just wish it wasn't like, where's the pay? Oh, so Brave Archer is a site exclusive. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that.
We got an official, like,
I think because I didn't buy it from the site, I bought it off of someone on eBay. I wasn't sure. So I wonder what that's the site. Oh, they still get another poster.
It is. The artwork is gorgeous. They do great jobs with these. These are like hard boxes, right?
Yeah, because I own 3 of them.
Because I don't have any. My better half is like you. Like, she's a massive kung fu fan. She's a massive fan of the martial arts, more so than me. So she can drop the knowledge more than me when it comes to this. Like, just like, if it's slashers and stuff like that, I'm there. If it's like it's martial arts, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask him.
But what if it's a martial arts slasher?
Then we're talking about Silent Rage and stuff. And then I like. They were in my wheelhouse, man.
There you go.
Yeah. Well,
I'll do it, man. I'll go to that picture.
And look at this right here, JFK. It looks like a pretty big box, man.
It does. What's in it?
That's what I'll find it. So it's Shout Select. Let's see what they got us. The 10
Is
best
it the
films
book?
of 19. It's a Fortis set.
Whoa.
I wonder what's included. We don't know yet. Like, there's not a lot of information on this point. Hey there, Mike. Why is it a big box? So 4 discs. So and like they could put other stuff in there as well. I'm expecting maybe like a book or some type of booklet. in this release. It looks like it's right in the size for it.
It looks like it's going for this digipack kind of thing with a book in it.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. Like it'd be nice.
Because it's based off a book.
Because does it? Would it be the book? How big is the book?
Yeah. For about 400 pages, maybe.
I'm not sure if it's big enough. Maybe. I mean, like, but I would love to see it go the Criterion route and do that.
To be honest with you, though, you got to remember
fan.
it ain't exactly to scale in the image because they haven't updated it, so you never know. Remember, it's included with this, and it is ridiculous. I imagine
visit for sure. Like that doc.
Yeah.
I would be very, very surprised, Ryan, if they didn't include the JFK Revisited document.
They will. That's probably one of the discs.
Oh, well, for sure. And I'm sure we'll have. There's a couple cuts of this film, right?
I would think so. Yeah.
I'm a massive Oliver Stone fan. I've only got this on DVD, so it would be a nice upgrade for me.
Yeah.
This is so many nice releases.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Two cuts. So I'm getting to one where hopefully we're going to know a little bit more, but even if we don't, it's a regular size release.
I'm excited for this. I'm really excited for this.
Man the Iron Mask.
I don't know why.
I'm a massive fan of Damas.
Yeah.
So you're a fan of this movie?
Yeah, I watched it a couple of times when I was younger, and I haven't had a chance to watch it in a good few years. So I'm quite excited to watch it on 4K.
I think it'll be a beautiful release. I mean, this is a cool film. I liked it. I grew up reading the books of Alexander Dumas. I am a massive fan of my favorite is Count of Monte Cristo. But I love Man the Iron Mask. And I do like this version of it. I think it's a really great version. What a cast. We got DiCaprio, Jeremy Irons, John Malkovich. I'm just reading off here because I'm too lazy to look it up. Gerard Depardieu, Gerard Depardieu is really good in this, by the way. Like he stands out. But this is a cool little film. I mean, this is one I'm kind of excited about. Yeah, it's a 1998 one. I remember when this was coming out. I remember being extremely excited about this movie because I do love this era of film. I grew up watching the Errol Flynn stuff. Obviously, I wasn't live, but watching my TV.
I thought you were alive back then. I thought you were 30.
It was almost by a smidgen there, by a smidgen. But I grew up watching a lot of the swashbuckler films.
They will do a Halloween soundtrack. Do you think guys think it's good to do a Halloween soundtrack? They always do. Normally.
They normally do. I mean, normally, unfortunately, the Halloween sale has not been the greatest for if you don't live in the United States. But in the U.S., man, it's, as they would say in Newfoundland, go at her. Go at her. That's my most Newfoundland talk. From the director of Braveheart, Man in the Iron Mask.
From the director of Braveheart comes a flapping... Whoa, it's Chloe.
This is a very cool release. I think this is a super cool one.
Let me mute this because it's making noise. There we go. Well, if you got the documentary from Vinegar Syndrome of the Slip, this would look great with it.
I don't have the documentary, and I'm peeved that I don't. So I'm kind of hoping it's in this set. You get all three endings here, of course. And it's sort of three endings. I recently rewatched Clue a while back, less than a year ago, right?
Yeah.
And you watched it. You've seen Clue before, right?
Yeah, of course. I think everybody has, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised, man. There's always somebody oh, you've seen this movie. Everybody's seen this movie.
It's Gino. Hey, Gino.
Hey, Gino, welcome, man.
But Tim Curry is in it.
There's only actual one ending for Clue. There's two other, what could have happened.
They're kind of, aren't they? They're not exactly what they say they are.
Yeah, because this is what could have happened. This is what could have happened. This is what happened. That's the way I took it anyway. That the third ending is the real ending. Though, didn't he in some theaters play different endings?
Yeah, they did.
which is
Originally, yeah.
absolutely fantastic. I gotta love that. And it's a star-studded cast right here. Look, we got Tim Curry, Madeline Kahn, Christopher Lloyd, Ellen Brennan, Martin Mull, Leslie Ann Warren, Michael McKean, the beautiful Colleen Camp as well, of course, from Death Games. You know how much I love my Death Games, Malcolm. So out of these releases that we've seen so far, what's a given? What are ones that you're going to say, oh, I need this. I need this.
I'm just laughing because it's obvious what I'm going to pick. First of all, it's going to be the Shaun Brothers set. Then I would say probably the Man in the Iron Mask. Clue would definitely be over, but I have a strong feeling that will come out over it.
Yeah.
So I'm not too what you call about that. What else? The JFK one, I'm interested to see what's in it before I buy it. You know, because there are films that you know will be released on 4K over it at some point. You know what I mean? So that's definitely one of them, but will. So it depends on what's in it. The animation set, I'd highly recommend to everybody else. But since I have most of them in individual box sets themselves on Blu-ray, I wouldn't pick that up. But I would have if I was an American. I didn't have them. So yeah, I think all of them. Oh, Rings as well. Yeah. Well, not Rings, but the Rings.
Just Rings on its own. You don't want the rest of them.
Yeah.
Just on the back.
I'm just going to buy the $75 one for Rings. You know, throw the other two away. Yeah, I think they're all must-buys, actually, you know, if you're into them. I think I would pick them all up. I think I would rather they were, if they were available during the sale, I'd pick some of them up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because you think about it, if you bought all of these today, it'd probably cost you over, what, $400?
Oh, for sure. I mean, like, just the Ring collection alone, you're looking at, like, I think $75. You go to the side collection, another $7. There, look, you're at 150. You come here, there's another like 139. Basically, that's 150. That's $300 right there. You come over here, it's like $60. That's $360. You hit on here, that's another $40. So that's $400. You're looking at around like $450 right there. And there's one more, by the way. It is Spirited Away live on stage. So I did not know this existed. I'm not going to lie.
You didn't know, really? I thought you would have.
For real. I mean, like I love the movie Spirited Away, the animated film, but I didn't know about the stage. And you know, I'm a big like stage.
That's what I mean. I would have thought you would have known this before I did. You know, properly.
Exactly. You would think, right? But it's two performances. It's two different performances.
Yeah.
Hey there, Wade.
I would definitely pick this up.
Yeah, I would 100%. Well, you know I would. You know, if it's a musical, it's it goes in my collection. And this is two versions of the same musical. Now, why can't these get next to normal, Malcolm? That's what I want.
What one?
Oh, yeah. This is so true. Paramount's still using Rings failure to cancel the Friday 13th movie. They were planning still. Yeah, that pees me too, man. Should we announce it about Friday 13th?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's announce it to everybody.
All right. So if you're watching, and please do, the Halloween timelines that we're doing with me and you and my dad. My dad actually comes in to the third timeline. So that one goes out tomorrow. And they've been a lot of fun. They've been spicy and hot and debatable. It's really cool. I actually love it. Where those finish off on the 6th. And on the 7th, we're doing a live Patreon ranking video, me, you, and my dad, with all the timelines. And after that, what are we doing, Malcolm? You can announce it.
Oh, well, we're going to be doing the Friday the 13th franchise. We're going to be doing 2 movies a day. And we're going to talk about them. And there's going to be different things in like, who did you prefer? Out of the 2 and so on, like Beautiful Woman, top person, top side character, maybe top Jason, depending on, if it's free. Because if it's ones with Kane Hodder in, then it's going to be a bit silly, really, isn't it?
It's like, do you like Kane Hodder or Kane Hodder in this one?
Exactly.
Or maybe best Jason performance between Kane Hodder, whether it's 7 or 8 or something like that, if you get into that.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool. Or best location for him, if it's like, if, for instance, we have Manhattan, we have the camp in the other one, what one did we prefer him at? Did we like the interactions with the people in New York? Stuff like that.
It'll be
So
fun. I
it's
mean,
going to
like, this is
be,
definitely franchise month for October for us, and we got a lot of good stuff coming up, and I'm super excited. It's your
yeah, we're
favorite franchise.
hoping,
You're gonna enjoy this one.
to get a few franchises in.
There's one
So it
other
should be
uh,
fun.
that I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed on because where I am traveling. For those that don't know, I am probably going to be traveling to Canada around midway of October, midway to late October. So you're going to see more than likely me, hopefully buying something in a store and unboxing it. Oh yes, Shaun the
You
Sheep.
get
I
the
actually
full
saw
range.
that film watcher. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of a cool series. Uh, I'm down with that one. You know Shaun the Sheep, man. Of course you do.
Yeah, I used to call my younger cousin Shaun the Sheep
Did you really?
when I was a kid. Yeah, I'm shocked that's coming out on Blu-ray.
It's cool though. I
I
mean,
had
it's even
no
got like
idea.
I love that it's got the specials and everything, right?
Yeah, how much is it?
It's not. It's like $39. It's not that bad for the whole series plus the specials plus the shorts.
That isn't bad at all.
And it's
How many
Aardman,
discs
so
is it?
it's well done. It's it's going to be well done stuff. If you're a fan, like it's definitely kind of. Am I going to do it, Malcolm? Am I going to do the dad joke?
Go on.
Sheepishly funny. Just.
Oh,
Just putting it out there. It's a 7-disc set too. We're not talking about like a 2-disc set, guys. This is a 7-disc set.
it's
What a
not bad for that.
massive announcements. We're looking at the
I
Ring
got
collection.
Point Break. You missed Point Break.
Did I really? Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I did. I do apologize. Let's look at that one too. Point Break, the original, by the way. So the good one.
The best one. Yeah, I love this one.
Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves. Again, a massive fan of this film. When I heard that this was honestly, when I heard that before this came out, when I heard this was coming out, it was going to be Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves, and I was going to deal with surfing criminals. I'm not going to lie, I kind of rolled my eyes a bit, but then I saw it and I realized I was not worthy of the awesomeness that is Point Break.
What's crazy, right? What's crazy is people don't like the remake. I actually really enjoy it.
I think I've seen it. I'd have to look. Who's in the remake?
The guy who was in Carlos the Jackal in the miniseries, Carlos.
Yeah, I think
And he was also in Hands of Stone.
I thought it was okay. I mean, like I'd have to rewatch it again. I saw it when it initially came out, so I thought it was okay. This is my favorite.
What's that other? There's another film I think. I think there's another film on the page as well. Kill Room or something.
Oh yeah, that's what I was kind of curious about. Is that a new, like, what is Kill Room? Is this a new film? Is like, what are we looking at here? God, there's so many announcements today.
I think this is one of those kind of like B grade ones.
It looks like. Well, I mean, like that's Uma Thurman, Joe
And Samuel Jackson.
and Joe Manganiello. Did I get that right?
And isn't he the one who gets topless in Magic Mike and does that dance in the convenience store?
Yeah, that's him. He's actually, and I guess for people like, what's the name of the show? The game show that the one that How I Met Your Mother used to do. He's doing the new one. We got the cases.
Deal or No Deal?
Yeah. So basically, it's going Deal or No Deal on an island, and so basically, because he had this like trailer for it, and How I Met Your Mother says Deal or No Deal, and says, oh, it's on this tropical island, and he's like, wait a minute, I'm a germaphobe, I can't do that. If we could only find some average Joe, to take over, and
I get you.
Yeah, so he's the new host. But yeah, I mean, like honestly, I like these. I wouldn't pay. I don't think pay $31.
Oh, it's got a lot of extras. Look at the extras. There's tons on it.
Oh, Whoa. This is like, it reminds me of the days of like, when movies first came out. Like movie, not movies. Yeah,
Yeah,
remember in the 1800s when movies first were a thing?
that's
No,
what it feels like, though.
but you remember like back when like we were originally doing like just the first DVDs and stuff like that. And like
Yeah.
trailer, special features, trailer, scene selection. Like you're lucky to get a trailer back then, right? Scene selection.
You
And
have no idea how important a scene selection is to me. Whenever I put on a disc and there's no scene selection, I get so angry
it
because I'm
happens
like,
now
so
too.
this
You get
means
weird like that.
because I'm like, this means I have to skip through the bloody movie because it didn't have playback on it to get to where I want it to be. And then I'm like, I'm damaging the disc.
This is actually curious. This is curious. So this is like kind of a cool little action film. Like we watch a lot of these. Like recently,
Hmm.
did you watch the one with Nick Cage? Um,
What one?
Retirement Plan.
I haven't watched that yet, no.
Really,
This
really
is
fun
newest,
film.
right?
A lot of fun film. Like a lot of fun in that film. Just it was super cool. You got Ron Perlman in there. Um, just what's his name? Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah. I really want to see Sympathy for the Devil, which is a Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I want to watch that one too. Now, no, but however, like Retirement Plan was right up in his alley. It was like
Hmm.
just a fun, cheese, like over the top action film with like
Yeah.
action scene after, and super violent,
So she likes
super
likes
gory.
nobody then?
Oh yeah, that was one of her favorites. Like
Hmm.
for me, like I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Some people are gonna like revolt. I like nobody better than John Wick overall.
I like it better than every John Wick after the first one.
Right, okay, we'll go with that. I'll go with that. That makes more sense.
It is a cult classic, Wave. It's one of those things you should definitely check out. Point Blank.
It is a really, really fun one.
And Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze have real good chemistry together.
They have some amazing chemistry. It's kind of like Paul Walker and
Vin Diesel.
yeah, in the Fast and Furious movies. I was totally blanking on his name.
You know,
It's
I
been a
always
long
felt.
day, man.
Aye, at least I could remember them.
This has got to go down like this is sexiest box. This wins for sexiest
Yeah,
box. Um, Most intriguing box though. What the hell's in this?
yeah.
Like I want to know. I mean, you can't
So if
just
it's
show me a
for
big box like this and not like just
so if it's
give
for
me a taste.
this, one's definitely a 4K. One's probably a Blu-ray of the movie, and then there's probably two other Blu-rays. Probably one with the documentary on, one with special features on. Even though now 4Ks are being released with special features on the actual 4K now.
Yeah,
So
like well, depending on the size of 4K too, because you got 4Ks of different like different sizes now.
hmm,
Um, I'd say we're looking at like the two cuts of the film.
hmm.
We're looking at the documentary, archival and special features. I don't think they're going to have to go too much with new ones. And I think we're going to get a book. I'm not sure if we're going to get the book, but I think we're definitely getting a book. Whether
It could
it's
be
going to be
looking
like
mad.
critical evaluations, some like snippets of the book, but we're going to get a book of some sort here. It's not going to be like a small book
Reminds
like
me.
The Exorcist.
It reminds me of that Seven thing. What's in the box?
I know, and I used to have that like to actually pop up on screen, but I don't have it there anymore. Menus were counted as special features. I do remember menus were counted as special features. You
Do
got
you
a
remember when they used
menu?
to say? Do you remember when they used to have special features, and it would be like just trailers of other films, or it would just be something like linear notes, and you'd sit there
Yeah,
and you're like,
like you'd be like, "Oh
really?
man, an interview? Oh, I can't wait to see this interview." And you open it up, or
Yeah,
like information on the actor, and what it is. It's literally just like text, and not even good text.
yeah,
We're not talking good text today, by the way, guys. We're talking about something you see written on the back of like a box
yeah.
text.
That's what was on a lot of the old Hong Kong Legends DVDs.
And It's a ton. Like I want to see if we missed anything. By the way, I'm just going to check here now. Well, I guess Last Man Standing. It's only
Yeah,
it's
that's
only.
been newly
Isn't
released.
it kind of
But
weird? Like where it's Blu-ray, so we don't actually take notice of it. Oh, it's just regular Blu-ray.
well, the thing is, it's a film that was released in a double pack originally.
Don't I have? I think I have a Mill Creek edition of this. And I'm not seeing any massive features that I know of, so it's not something that I'm really going to be.
I think it's just they bought the rights to it for singly.
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like.
Film Watcher says Dead Zone.
Yeah, I was looking for that one. I didn't see it here. Did I miss it somewhere? Did you see it? Did you see it by the way here?
No, because I think it's a different release. Because remember, I told you about the Fugitive and that as well.
Yeah, I know. Let's just check here, see if we got Dead Zone.
Oh, there
We
is.
do.
Why
We
did
got
that
us some
pop
Dead
up?
Zone. It's so weird that didn't show up with the rest of them.
Paul Walker was great in Money and Scared.
Hey, Kobe, thank you, man.
And I remember Pleasantville.
This is a favorite of mine. I actually really love this movie.
Yeah.
I love the book too.
One of the better Stephen King movies, isn't it?
It is, and you know what? It was a great TV series. I really like the TV series.
Anthony Michael Hall was great in that. I was surprised it lasted 6 seasons.
I'm still peeved that we didn't get like a definitive ending though.
Yeah.
Because we deserved that after 6 seasons.
I think you're right about that. I think every show that goes past that, I think you should have a proper ending.
100%. Like at least give us a movie to end it off.
Yeah.
You know, this one here, I remember it kind of in the book anyway. This sort of ties into Cujo. So if you're like a fan of like Stephen King, then you're going to remember that like in Cujo, like the kid, like is kind of being haunted,
Yeah.
and the one that's kind of doing the haunting is like there's a sequence in the Dead Zone where he finds a killer, what turns out to kind of be a serial killer.
Oh.
Remember, like you know who I won't say who it is, but like so that's who's haunting the kid in Cujo.
Yeah, because they say, don't they? They say in every Stephen King movie / book, it's connected in the same universe.
It is, and that's the thing. I mean, like you usually see it when you're looking at things like the Gunslinger books and stuff like that. But like this is a whole Dark Tower series. But like it's nice to see it.
Apparently, there's a 25th anniversary Rugrats movie coming out. It would be great to see the first movie, probably the first movie, get a proper release. I mean, it has had it, but I mean a proper like full-on release because I saw that in the cinema, and I kid you not, guys, I was crying my eyes out the bit when Ash got turned to stone. I cried non-stop all the way home. It's upsetting, I tell you.
Oh man,
This day it still upsets me thinking about it.
I'm trying to think
what to use because it was canned due to the writer's strike. Yeah, I hate writer's strikes. They should be canned.
The strike is over, by the way, guys. Yay, yeehaw!
But the actor one isn't, is it?
Not yet. But with the writer's strike being over, you can expect to see that one being the next one. Where the hell's the fugitive?
I don't think it's a Shout Factory release.
Oh, okay. Do we know what down?
Whoever's got the rights to the fugitive, probably Warner Brothers.
Let's just check here. Was it a Blu-ray or 4K?
It was 4K. I do like the cover. There you go.
Okay, we're gonna.
At least it's not as basic as most of them are. You know, in the.
It looks like it's got a slip too, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah. This will be a day one for me.
It's a good title. I mean, like The Fugitive was a fun one.
What happened?
No, there's a little plastic kind of a Christmas ball, and Goose, who is definitely our most active kitty cat, is like chasing after it, and he came and he missed the the ball, but his paws wrapped around my leg and he kept sliding.
Oh no.
He's adorable. Here, let's do something really quickly. So if you live in Canada right now, on Amazon, looks like because Blu-ray.com does a good job of these here deal things. Looks like we got some nice deals here. We got a 4K of Clockwork Orange going for $21.68. You have $169 for the Columbo set. That's a bit on the pricey side. I'm not going to lie. I wanted a bit cheaper than that. $31 for the 4K for The Exorcist, which I've heard mixed reviews on. The $18 for the 4K of Scarface, and $21 for the 4K of Blade Runner. We got $60 for the 4K of Thelma and Louise. $35 for Brother of the Wolf. $35 for the Bride of Chucky, and $35 for Curse of Chucky. By the way, guys, we're also going to be looking at the oldies.com sale afterwards as well. But first, let's see if we can tempt Malcolm here. Let's see what is on Amazon sale here. So we have where the hell this is. Evil Dead Rise. Okay.
It was, yeah.
The Pete Walker set for 31 pounds.
got
Bear
that.
One for 19
Got
pounds.
that.
I'm sure you got that. 26 pounds for the new Scream movie. $37 for the whole set. That's not bad at all, actually. Saucy 70s for 23 pounds.
I got that.
The On the Run
got that
for 15 pounds, and Supernatural. And to just go into for our United States friends before I go to oldies.com, see if we can tempt you guys here for $43 for the Twilight Zone set, which does seem expensive to me since I paid like $20 for it at Walmart. Not under it's $10 basically for Poltergeist, for Gremlins, for It, all in 4K, and for The Thing, and for The Shining as well, which is a great price for that 4K, and Lost Boys too. We also got a 4K set of Alfred Hitchcock Classics, which has some really cool photos on there for $38, and we have Halloween H2O, which I know after this is totally Malcolm's favorite movie, for $25 American.
Yep.
And with that being said, we have to dive.
Trek. Yeah, there is a Parker Blu-ray set coming out, and it's got it's like the color of his captain outfit. But the problem is, it comes with some good stuff. But if you're a fan, right, for the most part, you're going to have all that stuff already. You know, except for maybe some pins and that, but in it, which, to be honest with you, doesn't really sell it to me.
Unless you're like me,
because
and you don't have any of it.
That's what I mean. If you ain't got any of it, it's perfect. But if you do,
I got to close up some of these here because I think it's slowing it down for me to be able to see what's because I want to get to that oldies site. Trying so hard, man.
It is a movie trilogy, Alan. You're right. I've watched the other two of The Lost Boys. And I know a lot of people that love The Lost Boys love them, but me, I was like,
I'm not a massive fan of the other two. One I liked better than the other. I just don't remember which. That's just the honest truth of that. So let's see if we can make Malcolm spend some money.
Film watcher asks, Ahmed Malcolm, is all Stephen King books set in Castle Rock?
Not all, but there are definitely a lot that are set in like the fictional area of cat. Can you hear the cat meowing, by the way?
Yeah.
He's going like nuts in Castle Rock. There's definitely a lot that are set in Castle Rock, or kind of adjacent to Castle Rock. Sometimes it's adjacent. Like obviously, Misery is not set in Castle Rock.
It is, Alan. The cat is hard nip.
We don't have. See, here's the crazy thing. This cat. Can you imagine this cat? This cat has never had catnip. Imagine.
Oh my word!
Imagine this cat on catnip.
You need to change that. You need to bring some back with you.
Like maybe he'd be like more mellow on catnip because he's
well, there you go then. That's it. They're not all there, but there are hints of places like Castle Rock. Like Jack says, Creepshow isn't a book, but it's not set in Castle Rock, but it has a sign saying which way Castle Rock is.
Exactly. There's a whole ton of it there. Like you're talking about like a universe that's super. Like when you go through the whole series, it's a lot of crazy stuff. Apparently, Goose has a lot to say about Castle Rock.
Looks like it.
And with that being said, look at this. We've got a Severance sale. It's going to be hard to find something to tempt you with here, Malcolm, because you kind of got most all this stuff.
I do.
Cat crack, which it is. Your girlfriend's right, man. It totally is. So we got Santa Sangre on DVD, but when there's a 4K out there, which you really like, unless you're just if you're collecting DVD or maybe you just want to have
Actually, for $19.
That's a little pricey for $19 for a DVD, don't you think?
It's not actually on sale, is it?
Yeah, like that's one. Well, that one actually isn't listed as on sale, so to be fair.
Oh no, but you click the banner. You click the Seven banner that said 50% off of Seven, and that came up. So technically, it should be in the sale because it says it.
It should, but I'm going to guess like only the red ones are the ones that sale.
Oh yeah, obviously. I'm just saying from when you click the banner.
Yeah, like they should all be on sale. Damn it. Still need to watch Nightmare Castle. That's actually a fun film. So Count Dracula, which is apparently only me likes. This because this is the DVD. It's a 4K coming out, so I would say wait till the 4K unless you want to have an extra copy. $9.99 is not a bad price for this. Cannibal Terror. I don't even remember this.
Terrible movie. Terrible movie. It's just Franco movie, I think.
Then it can't be terrible. It's just Franco.
Look at the star rating. Look, it's got 960 ratings and it's a 1 star.
It's a 1 star. Yikes. So I'm guessing there's no Lena Romay in this one. Disconnected said the 4K of Count Dracula looks pretty dang good. I'm so
sure the Blu-ray didn't look that great.
Nightmare Castle. This is a must, in my opinion. You've got this one.
I've got this. Sure you got this one. Yeah, I've got this because it's got the bonus films on it.
It is so cool. All the Colors of the Dark. A very good, underrated Martino Giallo, by the way.
And a better transfer than Shameless Entertainments.
100%. 100%. I got them both because I ordered All the Colors of the Dark during an Arrow sale when Arrow took over the Shameless stuff, right?
Yeah.
Not knowing that my better half had ordered me the Giallo, like black glove set from Sangre. So we got Emmanuel and the Last Cannibals here. If you don't have the set, I recommend getting the set, but maybe this is a good way to test it to see if you want it.
Yeah, I don't like Emmanuel and the Cannibals. I think it's so boring. Not
really?
The first
this is
part,
one of my favorites.
But when when you just start seeing them cutting people. My problem with cannibal movies is always just seeing them killing people. It gets so boring.
I think the cannibal part stuff. Like I think the first half of this movie is really good.
Yes,
and it's the cannibal portion. When it gets to the cannibal portion, that's when I kind of
I totally agree with you on that because I think the first part is really intriguing and great. But yeah, the cannibal bit is where it goes downhill.
When she interrogates the girl at the asylum.
That's what I mean. I love that.
Yeah. Only in an Emmanuel film. Devil's Game for $17.48. That's an okay price. I wouldn't say it's like absolutely fantastic.
I put that on, just so people know they're not good transfers because they're not one's from an original TV source and one's, I believe, from just existing things. They're watchable, but they look a bit fuzzy.
Yeah, these would be hard to find anyway, so I wouldn't think you'd get like a nice quality transfer of this.
Yeah, very watchable.
As good as it gets, basically. Yeah, watchable is the thing. 5 Days is here on Blu-ray, which it's a good way to get this one. A general film. Blood for Dracula. I do recommend the 4K for this one if you got the bones to afford it. But if not, I do think it's a really fun and a really funny film. I had forgotten how funny this movie was before I rewatched it with my cousin.
Yeah.
Like we were cracking up the entirety of this film.
Well, that's right.
These virgins are going to kill me. So the Lindsay Violent Streets box set is down to like 65 on Aldi's. That is a good one, man. Blizzy Teshi,
Oh,
Roberta Lindsay. That's a nice set. That's a nice set. Great stuff in that set, by the way. We'll check it out as we go through.
I'll be honest with you. That's a really good deal.
Definitely a good deal. Caligula too. Are you a big fan of the Caligula sequels?
If they've got some XXX scenes in, sure. I put one on the other day and skipped through it, and I was like, oh, she's got something in her mouth.
I think some are better than others. I'm not going to lie. Like one of them I liked a lot. One of them I was kind of meow, but I don't
Yeah.
like. To be honest with you, I would not be able to tell you which is which.
Do not buy Bloody Moon. Do not buy Bloody Moon. Not because it's a bad movie, but because I'm telling you, that's getting a 4K.
Oh, 100%. I'm surprised it hasn't gotten a 4K yet.
I'm telling you, this year.
I loved this movie. I watched this one with my dad's.
You know, a lot of people say that movie's terrible.
I loved it. I mean, if this is the one I'm thinking of, is
I've
this
got the
one?
Blu-ray. I haven't watched it yet, though.
Okay, man, no, this isn't the one. I apologize. What's the one I'm thinking of? It's a Severin film. Maybe you know Malcolm. The one where she stays home rather than going to see like her older kind of like lover, and she sees somebody getting the body being thrown in an elevator shaft.
Yeah. I know it's about. You're talking about No One Heard Her Scream.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, the screen thing like totally got me off.
Yeah, that's a good one. I really like that one.
That was a good movie. It's a real good movie. Horror Party Beach. I just love. I think it's fun cheese. I know Alan collects DVDs, so this is a good place for Alan if he wants to check out some of the stuff.
Yeah.
We got Enigma, which is an okay film. Not one of my favorites.
I love the nude cover of that. You know, where on the limited edition slip.
For which one? For Enigma?
Enigma, yeah, where she's actually naked.
Oh, it seems like a shameless thing, eh? The Killer Crocodile set's a lot of fun. Eyes of Fire is a great, like, full course one. Alien from the Abyss, I don't remember. I'd be lying.
It's not on sale anyway, properly, because it says $25.99.
Well, but it's super savings. A whole 16% off.
Yeah, well, don't count, does it? It's not 50.
Caligula, The Untold Story. I think this is the one I liked. I think that's Michael Brandon.
That's the one with Laura Gemstone in.
Yeah, I think that's the one I liked. Vampire Lesbos, still, like,
classic.
Count Dracula's good. Vampire Lesbos is the best, like, vampire film, aside from Female Vampire.
I still love She Killed in Ecstasy, where she chops their things off. I love that.
She Killed in Ecstasy is an excellent film. Saul de Miranda, unfortunately, passed away too soon.
Lovely woman.
We got, like, Dark Waters here. Day of the Beast, which is hilarious, by the way.
I got the 4K of that.
Deep Blood as a nice cover.
That's it.
Honestly, it's it's okay. I mean, like, with the proliferation of like shark movies, this is not one of the best. The one that does not exist, the one who we dare not speak its name, is much better, actually.
Yeah.
At least she had like a fake Hulk Hogan in that one. Revenge of the Living Dead. Girl,
Dracula 2000 track 4K. I'm telling you.
I love Dracula 2000. Actually, I'm on board with that one, man.
One of the greatest Dracula movies of all time. Wild Geese, that's a classic.
That is better than Dracula. Was it Unbound or Untold, whatever it's called?
Untold. Oh yeah, a million times better. That movie was awful.
It was okay. It was all right. It was like, it's the definition for me, middle of the road.
I think, to be honest with you, I think if you like that, you're on cat crack.
It's okay. It's all right. It's watchable. Like, I'm never gonna like run. I bought the 4K for like under $10, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, that's not too. Well, that explains it. Then it's like rental, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I just want to go through these real quick. I want to go through
that cover of Mad Doctor because it looks like he's like having some sort of passionate moment with her.
That's a cool. I'm so peeved because you know my story behind this one. I ordered this one. Amazon canceled it on me. I really need the Black Cat. I don't know if I've seen this movie. I'm
Oh,
a
it's
massive
awful.
fan of Dare Nickelodeon.
Awful
Have you seen it?
movie. I watched it. Yeah, I watched it. It's just ridiculous. It's one of the worst which kind of ones. It's just not good. I mean, you might like it, but when I watched it, I was just like, oh, especially the ending.
See,
So
if it's
look, you're
got a
right,
lot of
Malcolm. I
Dare
can't
Nickelodeon, I
unsee it
probably like
now.
it anyway.
I mean, she's brilliant. I love her. Don't get me wrong. I loved her in Shock. I loved her in, the Daryl Argentos and all these other films I've seen her in. But the Black Cat one's just not good. And the fact that it's kind of supposed to be based on one of the Three Mothers trilogies, Three Mothers movies originally,
Yeah.
it just kind of feels bad, But
Well,
nothing's as bad as Mother of Tears. So,
that's my next question, actually. One that I do recommend is only a DVD, but I wish it was cheaper. Black Candles. I love the hell out of Black Candles.
Rub Black Candles, highly recommend that. If you want to see a soul go up someone's jacksie, there you go.
Blood Beach, like Rights Issues, I think
It's
so
Rights
far
Issues, yeah.
is for the reason we haven't seen Blood Beach on Blood. I want Blood Beach on Blu-ray. I think Blood Beach was the first VHS my dad rented, like when VHS came around. It was. I know it was very it was early. Beast in Heat has a great documentary, and I would say
Beast and
buy the
Heat.
DVD because you definitely don't need it for the film.
I'm going to be honest with you. I like Beast and Hate. I
Did you
like the
really?
movie. My favourite scene is where the woman officer says, "If you get excited by me, right, then I will kill you." So what she does, she takes her top off, starts throwing herself against them, topless and everything. What man's not going to get excited? And who doesn't love the Beast in the thing where he goes over and starts ripping her apart? And the way it keeps zooming in and out of his face, and he's like, "Oh, it's so funny."
It is cheesy fun. Blood Drinkers, by the way, really good film. I actually really like this. This is on the Hemisphere Horror box set. I was really surprised with this movie because I didn't think I was. I thought it was going to be like just mad, but it was actually good.
What about the Feed Between the Sheets set?
I don't have. I've never seen it. I don't think that's so. I could say get it, but I'd be going blind.
I've got it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Grizzly. Now there's one I do know. Hell yeah, on Grizzly. Strange
Leslie
Voices of
Nielsen,
Mrs.
right?
Ward. Everybody should own this one. If you don't own Strange Voices of Mrs. Ward, change that. I don't care if it's Severin. I don't care if it's Shameless. I don't care. Just as long as you own this movie, it's really, really good.
What do you think of the Sadists of Notre Dame?
It's okay.
Because we all know it's a
it's not my
re-edit of
favorite.
Exorcism.
There's it's. Did you like it? I mean, I thought it was okay.
I thought it was all right until I found out it was cut and replaced kind of for 35 minutes of it of Exorcism.
Yeah.
Then I got a bit upset. But yeah, it was all right. I just love when he decides he wants to dress up as a priest and then do his thing. That's what I like about him. Just Franco just never gave a
Which it
donkeys
makes sense for
about.
Franco to do that.
That's what I mean. He just never cared about thingy. Yeah, 3 cuts. There's Exorcism, this one, and then there's is it Sexorcism, the other one? On the disc.
There's some. It is a different title. I can't remember what this right now though. Anthropophagus. I'm going to be the outlier here and say I much prefer Absurd. This is okay, but I really prefer Absurd.
Sage classic Canadian movie.
Yeah, shot in Halifax. Actually, it's not. We're close where my kids
are. You in it?
Yeah.
Were you in the movie?
Oh, I'm not. Did you know this? Tell me, Malcolm, that when they did this Siege cover, they weren't thinking topically. Just look.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it.
I agree with you.
The big sleazy set is here.
Take care, Ryan. Thanks for popping in.
Which one?
I said, take care, Ryan. Thanks for popping in.
Oh, Ryan. Okay, yes. Have a great evening, man. He's got to get to work on a project. Good luck, and hopefully I'll see it and hopefully we can get you working on a project with us. We'll get you in here for a
Yeah, that'd be
video.
awesome.
I was supposed to contact him the
Alan
other day,
said,
and I was like,
uh,
sleep.
Alan said, what happened to Flicker Alley? Something happened to him? Because I was waiting for their Nolan
I think they're
Hardy
still
year
around.
one set.
I'll check afterwards. We're checking Flick Rally afterwards.
Sure.
So Female Execution, I'll go through these fairly, don't go through everyone really slowly. Cannibal Man, I would like to see because it's not a cannibal movie; it's a slasher movie. I had
By the
no
way, I've
interest in
watched
it.
that. I've watched it.
What you
Cannibal
think?
Man, it bored me. It was so boring. I mean, it's not unwatchable, but it just gets really dull and really slow. The ending's good.
It's strange because it's by the same guy that did that Scream one that we like. The Scream and the.
Oh, I know. That's why I watched it. But it just didn't. Hey, physical media collector.
Hey, welcome. Hey, welcome, Amber. Have you checked out Emmanuel and Francois yet? That's a really good film.
Yes, I love Emmanuel Francois. I love the ending.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I love it. And Luigi said he was one who suggested it to him.
Luigi Cosi?
Luigi, the George Eastman.
Oh, really?
His real name's Luigi.
Okay, so yeah, well, George Eastman wrote a lot of scripts and stuff for movies.
But he said when he was in this film, he said no, I don't want him getting arrested. This character deserves to die because of the diabolical things he did to her sister.
Yeah,
and he said I think being stuck in the room would be perfect. And it is. It's definitely one of the better Emmanuel movies. When technically it's not completely Emmanuel, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, 100%. The Boys Next Door is a great film. Penelope Spears. I was always a fan of that one. So, Devolved, just for this cover. That's Lindsay Shaw, I think, from God, what do I know her from? Oh yeah, Pretty Little Liars.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Because she's the girlfriend, on Pretty Little Liars for a bit.
What about Bloody Pit of Horror?
It's fun. I mean, that's Mickey Hargitay. So it's Mariska Hargitay's dad. I think that's a lot of fun. Did you like it?
I like it. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I told my wife I'm going to dress up as that character and go to Comic-Con.
I want to say that'd be cool. Actually, that'd be really cool. We got here The Other Hell.
Oh, don't talk about it. The Other Hell was awful. I've been wanting to watch that for years, and I was like, no.
Doesn't that suck when you go to watch something and you've been waiting for a long time and you watch it and it's it totally does not match up.
So
we got some nice sets here. The Euro Crypt for 75 is an okay price. Lindsay Baker set for 60 is a great price.
That's not bad.
Anybody that doesn't own this set, get it now. Get it right now. The Lindsay Baker set is one of the best sets in my collection, and it's the best Giallo set I got. Hands down.
The best one in the set is Orgasma. The one where they torment her. Yeah, and they go, "Don't worry." I love that song constantly.
Yes, and then they play it. What's really cool is you hear the song, and then you're watching. I think it's the third film, and they go into a bar. Yeah, and that's playing. The song is playing, and you're like, "Oh," because you've seen Orgasm before. It's a nice throwbacks.
And I also love the ending. I love the ending as well.
Ending's fantastic. It's almost like a Greek Giallo ending in the way that's done.
Yeah.
But every one of these films here, I think, is utterly great. I mean, even the last one, Knife of Ice, which some people aren't as big on, because it goes in a different direction. I think.
Yeah,
it's decent. Great little twist at the end of that one too.
Yeah.
All of these are good. There's one, and I can't remember which one it is. I think it might be A Quiet Place to Kill. Is that the one with the guy with the older rich wife? Was that supposed to be?
I think so. I think so. It's been a while, and since I've got similar casts in them, it's kind of hard to fully remember.
Yeah, I know.
Off the top of my head, you know what I mean? But I think it is. I think it's a Hard Place to Kill.
But yeah, every one on this set is good. Your friend got you to watch Blackula, good movie. Blackula is a fantastic little film, and it's got Gordon Pinsent from Cornbrook, Newfoundland. So there you go.
The trailer for Blackula should have gone like this. You've seen Blackula, now watch Blankenstein and Blackula, an Invisible Man, and Blackula Wolf.
Have you ever seen Blackenstein, by the way?
No, but I wanted to, but now I see the rating. I don't know.
It's man. It's a definition of man.
That was a
The
good show,
story on
Alan.
Blackenstein is good. And not good. Like the guy died. Like the producer was murdered. But that's interesting. I bought it for that.
What is it with these covers? Brides of Blood. Look, it looks like he's got a woman watching him while he gets off with another one.
And so Lindsay Shaw played in the Nickelodeon series Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Yeah, my kids just watched it actually.
That's a brilliant show.
Your favorite, The Wings. Oh, actually, $22 is a great price for that.
That's a good. Wow, that's brilliant. I
House of
watched
Lost
them, yeah.
Women. I wish this was cheaper because this is one of my favorite Francos.
Yeah, it's a good one. I love the cover, reverse cover.
Yeah. House of Lost Women and Bahia Blanca. Great double feature.
Mm.
Now, here's one you should have in your collection. Here's two right in a row you should have in your collection. If you don't own them, change it. The Changeling, Next to Kin.
Mm.
Those are two.
If you're in the UK, Next to Kin is actually on sale on Second Sight at the minute.
Oh yeah, and Second Sight does a nice addition to Next to Kin.
And it's $8.99. So just putting that out there.
Actually, we should probably check Second Sight in a minute too, just to see if they've updated their stock.
They did, because I bought 12 titles off them.
Well, let's do that right now because we're getting to. We'll get back. We'll look at there. That was right there. Looks like some guy in stock again, right? So Absolute Beginners is back in stock. This was out of stock. £8.99. I wish. And the Apocalypse. I want that so bad.
Yeah, I wish it'd been in because I'd have bought that.
That's such a. Have you seen it, by the way?
No, never.
It's fun. It's good music on. It's like the music's definitely like spot on.
Yeah.
Asylum Standard Edition. This is a really cool. I love the covers that they do for this stuff here.
Me too. So far, I bought Absolute Beginners, Betty Blue, and Breathless.
All right, so we got
on that.
We've seen three of the ones you got. Censor, I'm guessing you already had.
Yeah, I've got the Vinegar Syndrome one.
Chow Manhattan, and there's Dog Soldiers. Did you pick up a Dog Soldiers release?
I've already got the limited edition one of that.
You brought back Drive Standard Edition, which I'm guessing you got the limited of.
No, I don't, and I don't like Drive at all. I actually find it really boring.
Gotta love some Ryan Gosling, man. It's Canadian. Electric Dreams. I wish this would have been back in stock. I like this one. Actually.
Yeah, I wish it had been in stock. It wasn't. And Flight Navigator I didn't buy because I've got the 4K of it.
We got.
I picked up Host. I picked up Ghost, and I picked up Host and Ghost Story and Magic. There are three more I picked up.
Those are great titles too. Strong recommendation on all three of those titles. There's Next to Kin right there. What a great movie. If you've never seen this, it is such a good movie. When I said this is a movie, I'm literally going to be teaching a class on one day. That's not hyperbole. I'm actually going to be doing that.
Another movie that's really good for guys to check out is Once Were Warriors.
Fantastic film. Absolutely fantastic film.
Very deep. Okay, I picked up Romance and Space Truckers.
Did you pick up Short Circuit though?
Nah, because I've seen it so many times, but I don't really need to pick up at the minute. I can wait for 4K.
But who's Johnny?
Johnny
this
Page.
Movie here, by the way, Malcolm, I saw this in theater so many times. So it came to theater, and I went and I watched it on the first day, and then my cousin wanted to go see it, so I went with my cousin to go see Short Circuit. Yeah. And then my other cousin came up from down the coast, and she wanted to go see Short Circuit. So I went with her the next day to see Short Circuit. Then I had a date lined up the day after and said, hey, you want to go see a movie? She chose Short Circuit. I had another date with a different girl the night after that. Guess what she wanted to say?
I guess. Short circuit.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. I've seen so
Well,
many
here's a
times.
question for you. By the time you'd finished watching that many times, you have two skateboards, be on your knees, have one arm up, and constantly go, Johnny Five is here as you
That
went through the
sound stuck
door.
in my head though. I remember buying the what's it the short like the single LP for it.
Oh, okay. I still think I love the first one.
It's much better than I like the second one too, but not as good. The first one's a Stone Cold
Mm.
classic. We got the
I did buy
Babadook
Mr.
here.
Blunder.
Did you pick any of
Oh,
these
here we
up by the way?
go. No, the ones further down I did.
The Brood. That's the movie. Watch this
Do you
movie and
know I've
everyone
had
have
that
shit for it.
movie? Do you know I own that movie 3 times?
The Brood.
Yeah, I do. The Brood and Rabid. I've had them multiple times. Hand of the Baskervilles. I bought that.
Nice one.
I love that cover.
That's a nice cover.
I've got that. I got that one. I liked it.
The Guest is such a good movie too.
Okay, I've got the Sign of 4, Sherlock Holmes as well. Oh, I got the Invitation, like you recommended.
It's a good. It's I already saw it there again now. Hey, let me know what you
Yeah.
think. By the way, I actually really enjoyed that Invitation. I went in totally blind. I knew nothing about the film, and I find lately that when I do that, I tend to enjoy it more.
Yeah, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing, and I have no I got no expectations. So basically,
I
got the
picked
Witch
up When
here.
a Stranger Calls 1 and 2.
Oh, which makes me have to do this again. You know what I got to do?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
One of the absolute treasures of my collection, and one of my very, very favorite things. The second segment.
It's flexing.
Limited.
It's flexing.
Yeah, I love this movie so much. I love both of them actually. I might actually like the sequel a little bit better than the first. Have you seen? Well, you've seen them both, right? The short films on her too.
Oh, nice. Long time ago I saw them. So I'm looking forward to watching it again, revamp my memory on them.
Oh, it's like there's a reverse spell artwork right there.
I probably would have, if that had been out at start, I probably would have bought Electric Dreams and an Apocalypse, Extra because of Extra 3, just because I don't like the idea of them not having them next to each other. And
Yeah.
I probably would have picked up Upgrade if it wasn't on 4K.
Do I like Dark Knight Scarecrow? Great movie, actually.
It is.
Disappointed Disney didn't do Silver Steelbook and Slips for Lilo and Stitch this year.
Oh, that's
Disney
stupid.
is hard to figure out what they're going to do, man.
Well, talk about Disney, those TV series ones?
Yeah.
I pre-ordered them, right? And there's not a single release date on them yet over here. And I'm like, how can you have something for pre-order where you can actually pre-order, but there's no date?
Because they're Disney.
By the way, just for a second, I want to show people something I got today in the mail. Is that right?
That would be fantastic, actually. So let's actually do that.
I'll show this quickly. I got Targets, the Boris Karloff BFI release.
That is
and I'm going to be honest with you. This is the definitive edition, not the Criterion one, because it's got a lot more extras on it.
Good to know, man. I love the cover. Cover's absolutely fantastic.
Because I was going to pick one, because I was like, what one do I want? And I was like, the Criterion one came out like 2 months before. And then when I looked down the extras, I was like, oh, there's a whole lot of stuff missing off that one. Because if you look there, you can see all the extras.
Holy crap. And that is such a good movie. Peter Bogdanovich directed the hell out of that movie.
I would say this is the official final film of Boris Karloff. If you don't count when he started going downhill with those Mexican ones and that, Oh.
Well, luckily I hit my head and forgot those existed.
Exactly. So yeah, this is Boris Karloff's real, final film, if you ask me. He's barely in those other ones anyway. Doing really, anything. Yeah. So
I think Snake people.
They're kind of like cash-in movies, aren't they? So this is a real good movie. Get the BFI version if you've got a regional player, because it's got a better release than the Criterion, which is very rare to say.
Yes, Jacob. By the way, you should very much be dubious of Dark Knight the Scarecrow too, from what I've heard, because I've heard it's pretty bad. Have you seen it, Malcolm?
Dark Knight of the Scarecrow too. No. I've seen the
Really?
first one.
Yeah, like anytime they wait like 40 years to do a sequel, I get a little suspicious. Especially when you got like this was like what TV movie, right? Dark Knight Scarecrow, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well,
The man of I can't remember his name. There's a guy over here who keeps releasing movies, and his name's Andrew something. Let's have a look quickly, because he released a film called Utah Massacre.
is he like the guy that does
Well
Blood and
back.
Honey, like the Pooh character in the Pooh movie?
No, it's kind of like that, yeah. Alcatraz. Where is it? There it is. Andrew Jones, right? Andrew Jones has released Dustin, or Dusty will know these because he's watched all their movies. If he's in the comments, that is. And Andrew Jones made such classics as Robert, The Curse of Robert,
Is that the doll one?
Revenge of Robert, Robert Reborn, The Toy Maker, The Curse of Halloween Jack, The Legend of Halloween Jack, The Utah Cabin Murders, Amityville Asylum, Werewolves of the Third Reich, Bundy, and The Green River Killer, Last House on Cemetery Lane, The Haunting, The Exorcism of Annie Eckland, Alcatraz, Poltergeist Activity, The Manson Family Massacre, Haunting of the Rectory, Theatre of Fear, The Jonestown Haunting, The Killer Next Door, Jurassic Predator, Valley of the Witch, D-Day Assassins, Alien Battlefield Earth, Teenage Wasteland, and The Feral Generation.
You have
Now,
me the 27 Robert films.
yes, he did. He did, and he did so many of them, and he's got another one coming out, right? But what's amazing about this is I saw this list, and I was like, oh no, I don't like these. So guess what I did? I went out and I bought all the ones I could for a couple of quid each, and started putting them in my player, going, they must get better. They are hilarious. They are really, really funny. Not on purpose, obviously, but yeah, very funny. I'll give you an example, right? In The Killer Next Door, right? The killer, they figure out that it's a killer because it's basically Rear Window, right? And he's got a wife who he's been with for 20 years, hiding out. And when she sees his face on the news, what does he do? He doesn't go, oh, let's leave together. He decides to blow her brains out without thinking about it. Hilarious. And British filmmaking too, which makes it even more funny.
Oh, Shaun, thank you so much for watching the Halloween 3 video. I really appreciate that.
Oh, thank you for watching it.
We had a blast. NEC released a limited edition Dr. Chalice figure recently. That's actually kind of cool. I have heard rumors that one of the things that's being looked into is a potential Halloween TV series, and it might come off of like 3, which would be really interesting.
That would work a lot better than if they did a Michael Myers one.
Oh yeah, like 100%. Like I don't want to say like I don't want to see like little Michael growing up, becoming a killer, and all this type of stuff. I don't care.
I still think they should do a young Michael like young Sheldon.
Oh yeah,
They just have him wearing the mask and stuff, walking around and have like comedy aspects.
I mean, Dr. Chalice, like, do see him like sleazing it up every week. I like that. But yeah, like there's a lot of people have been looking into it's been a big thing for right now. Like with because Halloween, the license is like they're shipping it around.
Yeah.
Like A24 is looking into it. Blumhouse has put out some feelers for Halloween. I'm 100% sure my dad will be amazed at that Blumhouse working on some
more. Wow.
Yeah.
To be fair, the Exorcist one from them does look good.
But I'd say like it'll be interesting to see. I think A24 I think will be the ones that will get it. I think A24 will get it.
If A24 get it, it's going to really change up the series more.
It will. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like A24's, they go into like like Scream, talks about elevated horror, right?
Yeah.
And I think if there's been any of you there, if any company, if any franchise, like could work with elevated horror, it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Because in all honesty, they've already kind of tried it. Like for some people, it didn't work. Oh, I just gotta put this up there because I actually love this guy. Hey there, Dad. But it'd be interesting. Yeah, based on the company that made the masks in Halloween 3. That'd be cool. Like see different and it doesn't have to be about Chalice. You can have Chalice in an episode type thing. A younger Chalice to me. But you could have like the Silver Shamrock. People get somebody. You have to get a really good actor for Colonel Cochran though, because oh man,
It was, yeah, because it's never going to beat the original, is it?
you can't. You just can't. I mean, like you get someone really good. Drip ideas for Halloween anthology style comic years ago. Oh, that you definitely should break that in. I'd be interested in seeing
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Like it is a great time right now, Sean. By the way, like to like ship out like to show like basically let the company know like because right now they're looking like the door's open for creative ideas.
That's what you want. That's what you want. At the minute, you might be able to make some money.
You should. What you need to do is draw a whole series of Corey comics.
Did you?
And send them to my dad because he would totally.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't. Oh, by the way, it was Halloween 45 con, right, the other day.
Yeah.
And apparently they talked about a Halloween game. So I'm guessing that game's going to be exactly like Friday the 13th and stuff like that.
You know what I thought you were going to say? I thought you were going to say it's going to be exactly like the Atari 2600 game. Remember that one?
Good, wasn't it? Oh, by the way, have you been playing any more Starfield?
I haven't. I haven't got the chance. I wish I haven't got to play any games at all.
Because apparently it's officially become the worst Bethesda game of all time.
I played all Bethesda games, so I really find that hard to believe.
No,
because there's some bad Bethesda games out there, man.
Apparently, it's the lowest rating one, and people hate it more than anything. It's ridiculous.
No, I got some friends that are playing it that really love it. So I think if you go in, from what I've seen, now here's the thing, guys. I haven't played a lot of it. I've been really, really busy. Milk knows. But if you go in expecting like a Bethesda game and an RPG, I think with that expectation, you're gonna be okay. If you're going in expecting No Man's Sky or something like that, like go get No Man's Sky.
Or if you're expecting anything more from Bethesda than what they normally do, then you're expecting too much, basically. Which I agree with because I've played a lot of their games over, I'd say, the last 12 years, especially the RPG ones, like Fallout, Skyrim, all this. And other than the odd graphical enhancements, they've mostly all got the same kind of formula.
They do, like 100%. I would 100% agree with you. But for me, much like watching a Friday the 13th film, I'm good with that. I don't want them to like people say, why don't they upgrade that? Why don't they do this? No, I'm perfectly fine with the Bethesda formula. I like it. When they mix stuff up, that's when I always get like kind of.
He does. Sean Clark does run the Halloween conventions. He's actually on the commentary of Halloween H2O as well.
I didn't get to listen to that commentary. Is it good?
I don't know. I just knew it was there because I read the back. Assassin's Creed Mirage is coming out on the 5th. You interested?
I'm okay with Assassin's. It depends. I mean, like I'll go back and forth with Assassin's Creed. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. Do you know? Originally, though, it's the whole conceit of Assassin's Creed that I didn't like. So when I started playing Assassin's Creed, I think like you start off and you're in the first one, and you're playing and you're wearing like the outfit and stuff like that.
You talk about Altair, right?
It goes back and you're in like modern day times or in future
Oh,
times.
Desmond, yeah,
I
Desmond.
freaking hated the future times part. I just wanted the Assassin's Creed part. I didn't want that other story. I didn't give a damn about the other
Yeah.
story. So that
To
was
be honest
my
with you, the
that's my,
futuristic it does take you out of it.
it does, like, for me, it did, especially, like, I'm not gonna lie. I have one thing I have played a little bit of, and that I did enjoy, is I do like the Texas Chainsaw game. I know,
Mm.
I had a lot of fun with that, and that's one because I can just put it on and play for, like, you know,
Yeah, it's
15,
one of those
20
games
minutes.
you can just go in and out. You don't have to be a fantastic gamer to be able to play it. You can easily learn the controls. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those games that I say, you know what? You don't play it for a few months, you'll learn how to play again within a few minutes.
Yeah, and the thing
You
with for
know?
me, if I'm gonna play Starfield, that's a few hour commitment. Like, you can't put it on for 15 minutes and play. Yeah, I guess you
No.
could, but it's not
But it'd
gonna.
be pointless because you go from one place to another and then you're stopping.
Yeah, and, like, I'm like, "Oh, I wanna play it, but I just wanna get the time to play it," and as you know, like, this month, not the time.
No. What are you going to do anyway? When you're in Canada, are you going to play anything or are you going to have any gaming or anything?
Well, I won't have a game system with me. Now my nieces, I think, have something, uh, but, they'll be playing that. But more than I don't know, I thought about buying a PlayStation 5, but the thing is
Hmm.
transporting it back is is the issue.
Yeah, it's a bit big, isn't it?
Yeah, if it wasn't, like, such a big system, then I'd easily, because it's cheaper to buy it in Canada.
Yeah.
Because I do want to get a PlayStation 5, and hence, like, we'll just pick 'em up eventually. Because, like, I'm not like one of those, what's the word? I'm not tribalist when it comes to systems. Like, I just buy them all. Like, eventually I'll get them
Yeah.
all. Um, because I'm not one of those, man, Xbox or nothing type thing. The only one that I don't normally do, and, like, is I'm not normally a huge like PC gamer, just because I'm not can't get used
Yeah.
to the controls on the
Well, see, my
keyboard.
problem, my problem, my problem with PC gamers is this, right? Anyone who's a real PC gamer knows, right? But it isn't real PC game if you're not using a mouse and keyboard, right? I see people play with Xbox controllers and PS5 controllers on their computers. And I'm like, what are you doing? Right? You might as well go and play out on a console, right?
It's just by an
You
yeah.
have to, yeah, you have to play a computer game on the PC with a keyboard and mouse.
Do you remember the
That's
days when
what
the
I said.
PC version was like the worst version that you could get?
Yes.
Like when you'd get like, oh, look, there's a new like WWF game out, right? And you'd be like, okay, I totally gotta get it. And I'm like, oh, I can't afford to get the console version, but the PC
Yeah.
version is really cheap. And then you'd buy it and you put it in your computer, and you'd be like, that's why it's really cheap. It's a
I'll
really bad
never,
game.
I'll never forget how many commands were on the PC for things like wrestling games. You had to quickly type the things in to do the moves and stuff.
I'd rather play
I
Typing of
love
the
that.
Dead.
Typing at the dead.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. That was good.
Uh,
I mean, I played Mad Max. I played not Mad Max. I played Max Payne 2 on the PC, and I love the PC version. But I think the reason people don't want to use keyboards and that is because to them it's too much hard work. For me, it means you've got skill. It means you're finishing it the way you're supposed to. Do you know
I
what I mean?
always felt, and that it was too easy. Like, if you had the keyboard and mouse, like it was way easier. Like for shooters, for instance, I think
Yeah.
it's so much easier. It almost feels like cheating, right?
It
Like
depends.
when you're
It,
using
de- it
a
de-
controller, it is not
yeah.
like you got to get down. You got to you really got to get because it's not easy when using a controller. I've had like I remember when I had like it was PS3. My cousin came
Yeah.
by, and so Uncharted, love the game Uncharted, and I said, you got to play this. It's a really great game. Put the controller in his hands. He's like, I can't do this. Like the sight getting the just couldn't do it, right? Because it's so used to
Whoa.
the PC version of it, right? So we're so easy.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that. It
Wolfenstein.
depends on sensitivity. It always depends on the sensitivity of the mouse. If the mouse too sensitive, you'll go flying around instead.
But you can kind of use the controller too, like that, with the keyboard too, like for something, right?
Yeah, you can if you move. It depends. Like I used to play the old Hitmans on the PC, and it was so fiddly because you had to hold down a button, you had to do this and do that. But it also felt so much more exhilarating because you had to think about each action with a keyboard. As if the controller, it felt like you knew exactly what to do. Good choices.
Yeah, great choices actually. I just wish I knew what the hell was on JFK. If you're liking the video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, super chat, super sticker. It helps the channel. And become a patron because we got some good stuff coming up, including this Saturday, the very first ranking of the Halloween timelines with me, you, and Dad.
It's going to be interesting.
It's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be. We'll box it out. See which timeline shall reign supreme. I think it's going to be pretty similar.
Already know what my views are going to be on that, so that's pretty cool.
It's going to be different. I mean, like, I don't think they're going to be that different, but I think maybe one or two are going to be switched around.
Yeah.
Keen Lober's doing Cujo 4K. They are actually. That's a nice 4K.
I want that Elsa set. I want it to come out so I can watch it finally.
Do we know a date for that yet? What's the date on that one? Do we know?
It's next year, isn't it? It's probably like January or February.
Hopefully. I'm hoping it's early January because
then you can get it.
Yeah, I will. Day one, like I will get that. I will buy the hell of that set.
Get the whole family round, kids, grandparents, uncles, everybody, and go, let's watch this family film.
Yeah.
Turn off that Hallmark rubbish because we've got the real Hallmark stuff right here. Even though I love Hallmark films.
I do. I like Lifetime too. Lifetime films are so fun.
They are, especially the thriller ones. They're quite hilarious in some ways.
Well, I think in a way the Lifetime thrillers and Lifetime like mystery series are kind of throwbacks to the old like Murder She Wrote, Diagnosis of Murder type stuff. To the point where Dick Van Dyke actually did a series called Murder 101, which on one of those shows.
Yeah, I remember that with his son.
Favorite opening to a Halloween film? Well, there's always the classic, but I'm not going to say 78 because that's just too much of that's too easy. So I'll say favorite opening to a Halloween sequel there. Let me think. I'm going through them now, actually, in my head. Ends. Like even if you don't like it, like that, it's that hilarious. Like, I guess it's not that tragic.
What's funny is I think everybody laughed in the cinema when that happened.
Yeah, like I think it's supposed to be, but like
that
when the kid, like that, I think as an opening, like you don't even have to like the movie, but as an opening, yeah, it definitely catches your attention. Because like I'm going through the rest of them, like
for me, it'd be the sixth one.
Sixth one? Yeah, that's a good opening too. It's a really good opening. Yeah, definitely.
Because you've got the music and you've got the lead, and that's the whole point of these things. You're supposed to get that lead to, get you.
Yeah, even though you don't know who the hell is this?
Yeah. Well, after watching Resurrection, I now know that Michael likes to keep it in the family.
Yeah, it's such a weird.
Maybe that's why. Maybe she found out about the other timeline and then getting her daughter pregnant, so she wanted a bit of that action.
It is a different film. Well, guys, if you're not watching our Halloween Timeline series, please do. Tomorrow, it's a Halloween Timeline series. My dad actually premieres for the first time on the Timeline series. Me and Malcolm talked about the first two timelines. Dad comes in and mixed up a bit. And it gets interesting as we go through. We got a lot of Halloween.
If you want to see a lot of knowledge and a lot of hate and anger and a lot of passion for these movies, then you watch those because you get every part of that.
Yeah. yeah, all the different like the different aspects of the Halloween
Yeah,
franchise and of the Halloween family,
exactly. Yes,
which is the fun part of it. I think I had a blast making those things, but I'm very much looking forward to the Friday 13th ones. I think they're going to be
me too.
like a lot of fun. Halloween 4 is the best title
April does
sequence.
have a good one.
I never thought of it like, oh, you mean like titles? Best titles for me is Halloween 2. Like because it's got the dun dun, the kind of the rotting pumpkin with the skeleton face. That really freaks me out.
Yo, what's
Hey
up,
George,
George?
welcome, man.
Hey.
Is the 4K region locked? It
No,
shouldn't be.
4K's a region phase. The Blu-rays, which are region locked.
Yeah, there's been a couple 4Ks that were region locked from Shout Factory that weren't supposed to be. Deer Hunter's one. But
Well, I will warn you, George, you can't buy from Shout Factory unless you're buying from another, what do you call it? You might get from Amazon after it comes out, but if you were thinking about Shout Factory, they don't ship to the UK.
that's not right now.
Actually, it kind of is because when they sent my boxes to my friend Jared, they had barely any packaging in them.
So can you imagine we would have gone like all the way there?
That's what I mean. Imagine going all the way to England. Like, come on.
Like scratches all over type thing.
Well, a couple of my box sets I got from him, which he was nice enough to send to me, actually had little bits of damage on them because of their shipping.
That's
You
the
know? And that's my slip for my Blade Valentine has a massive kind of damage to it. And I'm like, I ain't sending it back. It's too much hassle.
Does it kind of bother you that like they did like because it does me that we got these hard box cases for the Halloween ones and then like
Yeah,
everything
but not
else?
for the others.
Yeah, like I think that like at least Child's Play I think really deserved it.
I think if it was a series, like Child's Play, or thingy, then it should be like that because they'd look great on the shelf. But because I hate their really super slim slip covers, I think they're cheap and tacky.
They are cheap. It's the same as I must be choking now. It's like a Walmart slip cover, or basically it's the same. It's just the same thing. Like
it's like
nice.
I do think my Blade Valentine should have had a hard box on it.
My Blade Valentine deserves the hardness. My Blade Valentine deserves the hardness.
It does. I get hard just looking at the movie. So thank you for letting me know, Malcolm. You're welcome, George. I'm sure you'll be able to get it from Amazon. If not, I can always point you in the direction of a couple of import companies that I've used, which are trustworthy. If they come up there.
Are they expensive, the import companies, Malcolm?
They can be. I mean, I'll give an example. So my friend Darth Sidious, right? I asked him if I could buy these box sets because let's say $139, right? So that's about 120, 115 quid. If I get from import over here, they cost me 200.
Yikes.
So I'd rather buy them and send them to my friend and pay that shipping for multiple titles together than pay 200 quid for just it on its own. But then there's some, for instance, like let's say that ring set, where it might just be like 100 quid instead of $80, which isn't too bad. So I think it's all about what it is, what company it is, where it comes from, how many discs are in it. So yeah, you just got to be careful.
What if it's like a Melusine title or something like that? Is there any issues with stuff like that?
Yeah, no. Some of these companies over here, they always have Vinegar Syndrome stuff. Now, when it first comes out, they'll have it with the slip. Sometimes it's about 30 quid. It depends on what's in it. You
can buy Vinegar Syndrome in the store in the UK?
No, not in the store, on the import side.
Okay.
But I don't do that because I can get all the titles so much cheaper from Vinegar Syndrome with free shipping.
Yeah, you're a subscriber, so you get them anyway.
Yeah. So I get them for probably about 15 quid each, right? Around that. So I'd be paying double. I did it to get ones that I'd missed out on. But it all depends on, it depends on your funds, what you think. So over here we have Film Treasures and we have Strange Vice, right? Film Treasures and Strange Vice, they both put VAT on top of what their prices are, right? So somebody say 27, you put it in the cart and it's 32. So you've got to be careful.
Now, when I was in London, I had to pay for VAT, and when I got on the plane, I gave them my receipt. Before I got on the plane, I gave them my receipt, and they gave me all of it back. I don't think they do that anymore. They used to,
Yeah, they don't do it anymore, from what I know, ever.
which is a shame because I got a lot back actually, because I had a suitcase full of movies.
Well, when I was in America, and I used to order from Amazon UK before they turned into like terrible, I used to go, hold on a minute, it's 20% cheaper, right? And I was like, that's right, because I'm not in the UK, which used to be quite nice. Now I'm here. Now I'm buying more from Australia and America than I did in America.
Well, that's the thing. It's how easier to get. Like that's for me right now. If we had a solid person like coming from because I order stuff and it's got to send to Paris, right? If I solidly could easily get it, like that's where I'd be ordering from because it's just easier for me. Like when I looked like online and there was like sales and it was like between like a Kino sale, which is expensive as hell, and like an Arrow sale, which is super ass cheap for me. Then I'm like, oh, I'm doing the Arrow sale. Indicator has a sale. Oh, I'm doing the indicator sale because I know it's good prices.
I'm waiting for the indicator sale actually. In case people don't know, the indicator sale might be coming up on October 7th.
That's a video for us then. You know that, right?
It is. And that will be a video, and I will also be picking some stuff up. So I will tell everybody what I'm picking up. Because I was going to buy a lot of the titles I needed, and I went, no, I'll just wait for the sale because it'd be like half the price. Like Bluebeard's Wives, and stuff like that.
I'll even tell you where you can send them at.
Oh, yeah, I'll send them right to you. I'll put package, Aaron Pin at go stick this up my candy.
It's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I love when we do these sale things too. And the 7th, because that's the day we'll be doing the Patreon too. So for those that are Patreon members, we are going to be doing a Patreon live with my dad, a live video for the timeline ranking. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible actually. And if you guys are there, then you can give your opinion too on what you think the timeline should go.
Exactly. You can be part of it. Now, don't forget, by the way, and trust me, I haven't, that I will be doing like it's going to be pre-tape for sure, but I'll be showing the results for the Alfred Hitchcock coming up.
Oh yeah,
because my patrons got to choose like what they thought the best Alfred Hitchcock. Like I put a bunch there, everybody ranked them, and I didn't put my ranking in.
Quite a lot of people actually.
Yeah, it was actually surprising, which is really great for the first time. I'll be doing it again for certain. I'm going to try to do one ranking a month so that I can do one ranking video a month.
Yeah.
And so I'll let you guys know, like from top to bottom, which how it turned out, and it should be a lot of fun.
Epic.
I think altogether there was 12 titles. Let me just see. I'm just going to check.
It was 12.
Checking my Patreon.
There goes doing business. I was wondering because I just realised I spelled it wrong. It spelled it Flicker Alley. Yeah. Well, Flicker Alley, if you ask me, should be a lot bigger than they are because they release some good stuff.
They really
do. But it's just quite expensive.
And the thing is, that you're looking at like, oh, there's your ranking right there. The titles that are going to be ranked, by the way, guys, are Rebecca, Shadow of a Doubt, Lifeboat, Notorious, Rope, Strangers on a Train, Rear Window, Vertigo, North by Northwest, Psycho, The Birds, and Frenzy. I wanted to leave it up for a lot of different like choices, but I wanted to put a lot of the like different ones in there. And
I'm curious when you do the silent ones. I'm excited about the silent ones.
that'll be a fun one to do. Overall, we got so got a few people that came in for that one. Flickr Alley. I want to check that out now. Are they gone?
No, they're still here.
Thank God.
Alan said it came up wrong when he went to say it.
Oh, that happens, man. I've had that so many times.
What annoys me is when I put some and it comes up as son, as in SONE. It's like, or I'll put in my wife's name, it comes up as burger instead of Donna. It's like, what the? It doesn't even make sense.
Isn't it weird when you get like stuff and it's like, what the hell is this? And like, it's not even close to what you put in there.
I'll say put two and it changes it to yo.
I know there was Flickr Alley used to do a bunch of cartoon stuff, didn't they? They did some like animation.
Yeah, I think they released some. I know they released a lot of old, like Mac Bennett stuff. And stuff like Law and Hardy, and there's a few on there I want, but I just don't want to pay $70 for them.
Yeah, they're kind of pricey. If I was to find them in a store and there was a good price, yeah. Like I want Waxworks really bad. Like that's a silent film that I absolutely.
Oh, that's classic. Yeah, you can get that from Eureka over here for like a tenner.
Oh, so that's it. Then I wait and go get it from Eureka when I go over there.
Yeah. What's that? And also, what I saw on my Facebook page. Oh, John Woo movie.
There's a new John Woo movie out.
Pages. They show a movie trailer of Silent Night. Have you seen the trailer? It looks insane in first. I've not seen that. I didn't even know that existed.
Did you, by the way, hear the rumor that the new Scream movie is going to be set at Christmas?
Yes, and in London.
I'm actually like, some people were like upset. I'm like, are you serious? That sounds amazing.
I hope to God that when they have the Scream mask and that on, they've also got a Santa hat when they're running around. That would be epic.
I would love
a Santa hat.
Where is our Friday the 13th movie set out in winter? Because I so want that.
Yeah,
so want that.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
The only reason that hasn't happened is they haven't found a way to have like people wear bikinis during the winter yet.
Hey, it worked in Shredder, didn't it? They was cold, so they just put them in a hot tub.
Yeah, exactly. Do that. Like put them in a hot tub. You can still take off their top, bikini tops.
Yeah. Hey, it works. I say it works.
There you go. See, Malcolm, me and you, we need to make like a Friday 13th.
I told you, like I said to Jason in the chat thing, me and you are going to create the new version of Late Night Classics collection, right? Where we're doing stuff, and we're going to make it set in winter.
Set in winter. That's
Because the one thing you know is everyone will have a perky pair.
Winter, the best time of year. I'm actually excited about snow for a change. Surprisingly.
Oh, I tell you, it was raining here really bad.
Now, what did I watch? I watched a trailer for something recently that just that's kind of recently announced. God, what was it?
Did you watch the trailer for that AI film?
I don't think so. Hey there, Alex. Welcome.
Hello, look at this. It's Alex.
Ring Collection 4K.
Ring Collection.
It looks really good. I mean,
and another Shaw Brothers set.
Shaw Brothers is like, that's going to be amazing. Like, just looking at it, I'll bring it up here on the screen because I like to torture myself. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. You know, it's going to be a hard box. You know, it's going to be cool. And that's going to look so good next to this. The fact that it's coming in December is kind of a cool one for me too. Yeah. More than likely, I'm going to be in Canada, Alex, like hopefully at the time that this set comes out. So strong chance I'm going to grab this.
What I was going to do is he's going to pick it up, and then every night when he goes to bed, he's going to lay with it and be like, "Oh, this is so beautiful," and I'm
Right,
going
but
to be like,
it's
"Oh, you've got it, and I haven't."
like they'll have like the ring set and the Shaw Brothers set, and it's like a threesome. It's like one on each
There you
side.
go. There you go. You got it. And you're the sandwich. You're the filling. So that makes it really interesting. There's Sobo's Classics Collection 4. Do you know what? They're releasing so many of these, but I literally feel bad for my friend Dove Sidious because I keep buying them and sending them to him.
It
So,
is such good stuff, though. It is such a wonderful time. If you're a martial arts fan, what a
yeah,
wonderful time. What a wonderful
tell
time.
me about it. Tell me about it. It's got House of Traps and, oh, what's that other one called? The Ninja one I keep forgetting about.
Well,
Five
altogether,
Ninjas.
yeah, just to put them through, it's the Rebel Intruders, 2 Champions of Shaolin, Legend of the Fox, Black Lizard, House of Traps, Masked Avengers, The Sword Stained with Royal Blood. I gotta love that title. 5 Element Ninjas, Shaolin Prince, Shaolin Intruders, Holy Flame of the Martial World, Opium and the Kung Fu Master. So that's a 12 titles altogether.
Can't go wrong with that. I mean, you work that out. That's like $10 a film plus $20 for the poster.
It is really cool. Look how much these things
I'd
cost.
love, I would love to put all the posters of these up on the wall.
I wouldn't have the room like at this point. The only thing, yeah, I put a poster up on the wall, and then it's like, oh, why is my wall shaking again?
Yeah. And then it falls down and crashes.
I watched that video, by the way, the end of that video the
Oh,
other
yeah.
night.
What do you think about it?
Honestly, uh, it's a little trauma inducing.
Hmm.
To be bluntly honest with you, it was by accident. My better half was sending it off to her sister, so that she could see it. And I said, "Oh," she sent it to me too, by accident. And so I said, "Why did she send me this?" So I said, "Oh, I just watched the end where the earthquake happens." And I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't sleep well last night because of it."
Yeah.
That's the
Wow.
truth. Uh, I'm such
It
a
was pretty
wimp.
scary.
But
That was really scary.
and it really was.
I was there. I was watching what was happening. I was like, what's going on?
It,
And it was like, whoa, mental.
and you stayed, and you have no idea what that meant to me and Ed, in all seriousness.
Yeah, it's all good. I had to make sure you guys were okay.
We weren't sure, especially afterwards when Lordy just
Yeah.
booted it somewhere.
Well, glad you found Lordy and that,
Yeah. Well, that's her. Now she can torture us again, like by jumping up on the counter. Not as much as Goose. Goose was like going nuts tonight. For
That's
those
the
that
funny
never
thing,
missed
isn't
it
it?
out
But
earlier, Goose was like loud, meowing loudly.
yeah, and rocking and going crazy on cat crack.
And the thing is, like, Goose, I'd be scared to put Goose on cat crack because
I guess if Goose was on cat crack, what would happen is Goose would stand up on 2 legs and start punching you.
and he does like the little punches too. He gets up like a meerkat, does a little.
So
This
what's
one
in
blows my
this?
mind because I want to know what the hell's in this set. It is
What's in the box, Alex? Yeah, it did give him PTSD.
100%. Not even a lie. Like it truly did. I know this is gonna show up, and I'm gonna be tempted. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This is December 26th. Like, there's a strong possibility, like these are gonna be during Boxing Day.
Yeah, these get shipped a week early as well.
Yeah.
If you pre-order.
No, I'm thinking like Boxing Day is in the store because I'll be in Canada, and
Okay.
there's a sale.
Yeah.
like just like in the
Oh,
UK, we have Boxing Day, right? So you guys do the Boxing Day, right?
Yeah, we still do Boxset Day.
Yeah. So
The sales
basically,
aren't as good as they used to be, but they're still out there.
yeah, because everybody's like going all in on Black Friday.
So,
They're
I mean, we
Americanizing
never had
stuff.
Black Friday. We never had Black Friday. I think we had Black Friday starting like 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah, and that's what happened. And you notice that nowadays Black Friday sales are better than Boxing Day sales.
Yeah. I mean, I went HMV last year and they had 25% off of all Blu-rays and 4Ks. And the wife said to me, "What are you going to get?" And I got things like Saturday Night Fever, stuff like that. I still haven't watched them.
Well, we had a
Uh,
Boxing Day sale when I was in Canada last year at Sunrise Records, and it's like everything on sale, 25% off, except movies. Like, are
uh,
you serious?
See, that's what I don't get, right? Over here in HMV, there was no percentage off for DVDs, just Blu-rays and 4Ks. I was like, surely they'd want to get rid of the DVDs.
You think? I mean, like, I remember when like Blu-rays were just becoming a thing. And like Future Shop used to be like a place. It was like kind of the sister shop to Best Buy. It was like Best Buy, but they had better movies and a wider selection. So they had this like thing where you could go in and bring in your DVDs and put it into this bin, and you get like these coupons for so much off
Yeah.
Blu-rays. Remember that?
Oh,
And
this Best Buy, right?
oh, they
You
did it
got five
at a Future
dollars
Shop too. I'm not sure. Like we didn't have Best Buy there at the time.
because I remember Brendan Mitchell used to do it in Best Buy, where you took them in and you got like $5 off per movie or something.
That's the thing. They did it in Future Shop too. We didn't have Best Buy at the time. We just had Future Shop. Future Shop. I
Yeah,
think Best Buy came like about like 6 months later.
yeah. See, systems like that are good. I still get surprised that DVDs are such high sellers. Not because I don't think DVDs are worth anything, because I do buy a lot of DVDs, but it just surprises me when I think about the quality differences now. Between certain ones. Like if I put on something like Doctor No, and then I put on a Blu-ray on possibly 4K, it's going to probably look a lot better. So yeah. Oh yeah, Alex's story for you. Alex went to Florida, right?
Oh, the
And
price match.
he went in there, right? He went in there, and he picked up some movies. He left and went back for another movie, and then basically came out. And they didn't. Slipcover, I think, or something. And they trusted if he didn't put another movie in it. So, you know,
Are- Get this. So it's Black Friday. We're going to Best Buy.
Friday.
It's at the time that really big, you know the one you got it. The Batman set came out. The Batman 66 set
Hmm.
with the
Oh, I
cards.
love that set.
So it's on sale on Amazon during Black Friday, and so it's regular price at Best Buy. And Hen's like, and they got one copy. They got one copy. This Hen picks it up and says, "Well, why don't we see if they price match?" And I'm like, "Hen, they're not going to price match because one, it's Amazon. Two, it's Black Friday, so it's on sale."
Yeah.
So she looked around at the different people that were there, and she said, "There," and she said, "Hey, this is you price match, right?" And they're like, "Yeah," and they were super busy because it's Black
Hmm.
Friday, right? And she said, "Well, this is no. Here's the thing. Here's the price. It's a set. Gonna match it." They were so busy, they didn't even bother so they matched it.
I did that. I was in a couple of Best Buys, right, over the years when I lived in America,
Yeah.
and they couldn't get the internet up. So they said to me once, "How much is this?" On there, and I went, "Oh, it's $10, right?" And I went, "This big set," and I went, "Yeah, $10." And I went, "All right," and just gave it to me for $10.
That's amazing.
But when you get those really stickler pills, especially the older ones, they're like, "I need to see it. If the internet's not working, then I'm not doing it." And you're like, "Oh."
There
Still
was
just to go
one.
to HMP.
I was in Sydney, and there's one person there, and they were such like really massive sticklers about like thinking, oh no,
Yeah.
this, and they were checking the code, the barcode, and checking to make sure it was the right. Like, is this the right edition of this set? I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Utterly annoying, like dick moves. Ghost Shark. I've seen the movie Ghost
Alex,
Shark. Sorry.
Alex loves Ghost Shark. It's what he bought the German edition when it came out,
Are you
and he watched
serious?
it and reviewed. Seriously, watched it, reviewed it, and actually did a whole review of him singing to the Blu-ray of it in the shower while saying, "Oh no, a shark's going to get me!" Right, and basically just went to sleep with it. But he took it down. It was a really good video.
What you need to do is you need to like review like shark movies, but you got to
Oh
start it
yeah,
every single video when you're reviewing a shark movie by singing the Baby Shark song.
yes.
Here you go into
And
it.
what we'll do is we'll get you to sing that.
I've
Isn't
already
it
done.
even
Well,
more scary?
I done that. There's, you think I'm
Ooh.
joking, but no, about a year or so ago. No, not a year, a few years back. Um, we just came back from being a night, just a casual night out with some whiskey, and so I was a bit tipsy, and I sang the entire Baby Shark song.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Poor Hind.
No, she wanted me to do it. Like, basically, so it was like him was talking to her sister, and her and my brother-in-law, he sang a bit of the Baby Shark song
Oh, okay.
on
So it was
camera.
it was so it wasn't out of nowhere then.
No, and like so she's like, and Hen's like, no, you got to, Aaron, you got to do this, and he sang part of it, and I went and sang the whole damn thing.
Oh, Alex has to see. Alex is like it was Ghostquake. Well, they're still just as bad, aren't they? Ghostquake from Germany. He used to get all these movies from Germany, right? Of Sean C. Phillips movies. Because Alex will probably get embarrassed by this, but he had a huge man crush on Sean C. Phillips back in the day. I tell you, massive.
We're sick putting that song in George's head again. Baby shark, dude.
Oh, he's singing it.
It was a blast, actually. I'm gonna have, actually, guys, this month, hopefully, I'm gonna have Jaleel on to do a conversation
Hey, that
about
should be interesting.
Twin Peaks.
That's going to be
He's
great. That's going to be a great. It's pre-taped as well, right?
It will be, yeah, and he's never seen, like, here's the thing, he's never seen Twin Peaks before. So a few days ago, where he's watching through to the part, at least where the I won't say, but the killer's revealed. I still don't want to say who the killer
Yeah.
is. And he said, and it was like, we're going through, and he's listing like who he thinks the killer could be. And when you know, and you're like, ooh, you're gonna be so surprised. I'm very much looking forward to that conversation because I want to get his thoughts on that,
That's going to
especially
be
like
fun.
he's never seen it. He's never seen an episode of Twin Peaks before. He's watching it all for the very first time.
That's mental. What do you mean dead? Oh God. Well, you can still have a crush on him, but
I'm like, all power to Sean C. Phillips for like actually like getting out there and making like movies like for what they are. Because Lord knows what what the quality of, like, my movie would be if I was if I was making it. It would be an exploitation film. I know that much. That's what I can say
yeah.
right now because it's kind of like my wheelhouse.
I would,
But
if I had to make a film, I've already said to Alex I wanted to make a film because he's a great cinematographer when it comes to seeing the picture and seeing what it needs to be. He's really good at that. And I said I'd love to make a film with him, right, where basically it would be a very strong film about today's politics, right? So I'd obviously have a couple of girlfriends in this that I'd sleep with every 5 minutes in the movie, right? Because I have to get the point across, and we'd have to be fully naked, and we'd have to make it as real as possible, right?
So you're saying
just for
Donna
the
would kill you is what you're saying.
yeah, so for a sense of realism, right? And then I'm going to grab basically the thing, and basically over time, more women fall in love with me. I have to show them my wiener. They get excited. Well, Alex records it, and I think it'll work into a great movie. We put on Pornhub, obviously, just because that way it'd be uncensored more, wouldn't it?
So with that being said, George said he really liked our Halloween 3 chat. Thank you, George.
Thanks, George.
There's more coming, and every single one is longer than the Halloween 3 chat because there's just so much to get into. And my dad is in the next one.
They start getting exciting, George. They start getting really exciting.
Oh,
There's
I
confrontations.
think we better. Except for some technical glitches. We got a couple of technical glitches.
Yeah, technical glitches, confrontations, anger. Aaron gets up and storms off and then sits back down again. You go, throws his hat at the camera. I take my clothes off and start dancing on the table at one point. Poor Glenn, he's just sitting there going, what's going on?
Like, what the hell?
So, yeah. So I look forward to seeing that. Yeah?
It's definitely one of the more, I think that Halloween Horror Challenge is probably one of our most ambitious videos that we did.
Yeah.
It's on Patreon. I'm very proud of that. I'm so super proud of that.
It is good, isn't it?
I mean, I upped my game for it. I really did. And I don't mind patting myself on the back for that one. And from there on, after I did that one, it's the Great Horror Challenge. Yeah. I was like, okay, every video's got to be at least this quality. And I've been trying to keep that up. And I've had a lot of fun with that. And luckily I've had you in, I've had Dad in, and it's so great having people in. I'm not sure if Maddie's here tonight, but I'd like to get Maddie in to chat on something. I know he wants to do the quiz one, which would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
That would be a fun one. You got to use your Maddie's going to have to use his best quiz show host voice.
Oh, what do you think of this question there, Aaron? In one corner we've got Aaron from Canada, and we've got on the other Malcolm from Nobody Cares About Britain Anymore.
Let's get ready to
rumble. I'm going to be honest with you, George. I'm happy that you enjoyed the videos. I really do.
Yeah, we put a lot of work into those videos, and we watched some movies, some that we didn't like, some we did like.
We did see the sale, Alex. I bought some titles.
Yeah, we actually we looked into it a few minutes. I would love Anne and the Apocalypse, Alex. That's the one I want to come back in, because that is such a good film. I randomly, if I'm in a bad mood, I will put on one of the Anne and the Apocalypse songs from YouTube, and I'll sing along to
it. And it cheers you up, eh?
It's just there's a kind of a boppy kind of dance number that I really like, and then there's this one that's a little bit more introspective. I'm a big for guys that don't know, I'm a massive music. I'm one. I was going to be an actor, so I was a theater kid, guys. I was one of those. I was the theater kid. I'm a massive fan of the movie Camp, and I really want that to get a great release. Have you seen Camp, by the way?
Yeah, ages ago.
Yeah, that's fantastic film. There's a sequence in it where the guy that plays Vlad sings the Rolling Stones song. And
Paint in Black?
No, he sings
Give Me Shelter?
Wild Horses. He sings Wild Horses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew it was going to be one of the...
and he does a great job. And it is such a good like sequence. Not as good though as Anna Kendrick, a very young, like
Yeah.
literally, she's a baby. Anna Kendrick like singing like "Ladies Who Lunch," which is a fantastic Soderbergh song. A massive.
I need to say this movie, Palace of Blood. I disagree with you. The Japanese version will always be the best version, and the only thing Naomi Watts has ever been good in is nothing.
No, I 100%.
That's a joke. That's a joke. I love Naomi. I love Naomi Watts, but I do think the Japanese ones are better, in my view.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
everybody's got their own taste and opinion. Like I think this is better. But that being said, I did like the American ones.
The American ones are great.
Now that being said, like the American Pulse movies are fantastic
Horrendous.
if you want to go to sleep.
2 for 20.
because
A
what the
few
hell?
of the ones are there. Oh, okay. I might check that out. HMV's 2 for 20, Aaron.
Ooh, is there a website?
Yeah, hmv.com. Let's have a looks. Someone might be spending some more money.
I still want to know. Except all of the cookies.
If only it actually gave you real cookies to eat. You want that Taylor Swift, didn't you?
I'm a massive Taylor Swift fan, so I'm going. I'm not gonna lie. That's me, dude. I'm a Swiftie. Let's go to offers, right? Where's that at? Is there 2 for 20 here? I don't see it.
All offers. Vintage classics, 2 for 20.
2 Blu-rays for £15. Oh, look at this. Oh, I'm not a big fan of Satanic Rites, but I'd buy the hell
There
out of
is
that.
no link. There is no link, Alex. It doesn't show it in the stream.
Lust for a Vampire.
It won't show up in the comments.
You want to see the quote unquote acting of Mike Raven? Because
I was hoping they'd have another 4K Halloween sale like they did last year, where it was 3 for 30.
Shop now. What the heck? Shop now. Okay, there we go. Let's see what's here in the 2 for £15.
Oh, exact to me. Okay.
So we got Maniac back in stock soon. Satanic Rites and HMV exclusive, Malcolm, from the premium collection.
Ooh. I'm sending a link to you, Aaron, just in case. There you go.
Okay.
Let's have a look.
So while we're doing the Halloween, I'm just going to bring this one over here.
Thanks for the link, Alex. There we go.
There we go. Second Sight Blu-rays, 2 for 20. Let's check. Let's see what we got. Then we'll go back to the Halloween one after. Yes, guys, if you stay here long enough, you find a lot of really cool stuff.
Actually, some of these are actually cheaper because some of them are $12.99 on the other site.
Yeah, there's Southern Comfort. I really want Southern Comfort. I wanted that for so long, actually. Obviously, a perfect date movie. We got Streets of Fire. I love the score for that film, by the way. Streets of Fire is such Mike Perry.
Hold on. Movie Palace of Blood. Surprised Malcolm hasn't seen Mother's Day, Blood-Sucking Figs. I spit crossed with wrong turn. Figs has a scene with darts being thrown at girls. Oh, you're right. I will love that. I might try and watch that with the
Electric Dreams
missus.
is in stock, man.
Oh, I might try and watch that with the missus and see if she can, help me unwind while I watch it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thanks for that, movie page. Lake Mungo.
There you go. Electric Dreams of Lake Mungo. Great 2-pack, right? And the thing is, like, these are 2 for £20. So it doesn't matter if it's 17 or 13, but 2 of them together are 20. Solid Precinct 13 is here. Oh, Dreamscape is here. I got the Ninth Configuration. Actually, I got that. Let me see. It's right here.
I haven't seen that one yet, Alan. I've got the 4K of it, but I haven't seen the King Kong with her in.
Because it's such a fun film. I like the Ninth Configuration. Some people hate it.
Yeah.
But I bought it when I was in London. I actually like that one a lot.
Isn't it based off a book?
I think so. Betty Blue is there. It is when you just got, and the Apocalypse is there. God. What's this?
I just want to recommend quickly The Slipper and the Rose. I've heard really good things about it from Alex, and I think most people would like that.
That's like Richard Chamberlain. Hell yeah.
Oh.
See, look, now you have no excuse, Malcolm, for not buying any of the Apocalypse. There it is right there.
Oh dear. Will I buy it?
Let's see.
Well,
Let's see. Well, Malcolm buy things tonight, guys. We got Ben here.
Oh, I want my long weekend.
Long Week is a great film. I liked Raw a lot. I know a lot of people didn't, but I like Julie Ducournau overall. For me, she's like the successor to like Cronenberg when it comes to the body horror stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
It's a very deep film.
Like
I want to upgrade, but there's a 4K of it, isn't there? So
you already got Magic. You already got Upgrade. Oh, Extra.
I'll be buying it. Just so people know, Raw made my balls tingle.
Which one? War.
You know that Raw? You know, RAW.
Okay, okay. Oh, you can buy another copy of Drive, so you can have an extra copy.
No, I'm not buying that rubbish.
Host is there.
Magic was scary. Magic was scary when you looked at the cover. It was terrifying.
Magic did freak me out, actually. I did when I first watched it as a kid. I didn't pick up on the fact that he looked like Anthony Hopkins.
He does look like him. Sure.
Yeah, he does. Which is you're supposed to pick up on, but I was only, I'm a dumb kid.
I've actually got the DVD of it, so I might get rid of the DVD. So now I've got the Blu-ray.
Walkabout is here too, another fantastic film. If you don't have, it's a great one. Host, I actually really liked Host. So it's a fun one right there.
Host is good once you get into it. Before that, it's a little bit.
I think once it starts,
isn't it a Shudder movie?
It is a Shudder movie.
Yeah,
and it came out at exactly the right time.
It did.
Thank you, Alex, by the way, so much for this, because we are tempting Malcolm, and what better thing is there to do than to tempt Malcolm?
Which is great. Which is great, considering Alex always tells me that I need to stop buying stuff.
There you go. So, have you bought anything here? Be honest with us, Malcolm.
I'll be honest with you. I'm probably going to pick up 6 titles.
What are you grabbing?
I'm going to pick up. I've got the 4K in Bruges, the Kingdom one. Once We're Warriors. I'm not sure if I've got that, so if I haven't, I'll probably pick it up. I'll probably pick up Annual the Apocalypse, Upgrade, because I might as well, considering there's no 4K here yet. What else? Electric Dreams.
Great title.
Maybe DOA, A Rite of Passage, and there you go, yeah, and Long Weekend and Extra.
That's good. I'm very jealous of you, because these are some great releases, some fantastic stuff here. Absolutely.
It annoys me if I haven't got the collector's editions, but I need to get used to that because it don't really matter.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of times, like how much differences are. It still pisses me off, because I had the extra collector's edition in my hands when I was at Bay Street Video in Ontario, and I was like, oh, I got to pick this up, and I was picking up a bunch of other titles, and I put it down for a minute, and I guess I forgot to pick it back up and put it with the other titles, and it wasn't a money thing. Like I spent well over $1,000 at the time, and I could have easily spent more. It was a different time, right? But don't forget to watch Dreamscapes. Not for this year, I don't think. I got way too much going on.
I'll be honest with you. I think I was, remember earlier when you showed off your When a Stranger Calls set?
Yeah.
Right? That set, I looked up on eBay, right? And it was like 50 quid. right? And I can get
Yeah.
2 movies here for 20. So it's kind of, do you know what I mean? But when you bought it, wasn't 50 quid because you bought it when it was actually out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it was like literally like 20
Um,
pounds when I bought it.
what is your view? Okay, let me ask you this because Alex was talking to me about this last night when I was watching the AEW event.
Yeah.
And he said about how, and it's an important question, right? What do you think of these big box sets from Second Sight? Do you think they're really needed? Do you think they're really worth the big money? Or
It
do you
depends. Like
think they're
it depends.
just,
Like I'm not somebody that's going to grab every Second Sight box set. You know me.
yeah,
This is the way that I do this. So, and here's going to give you like a really good example of where
sure,
my mindset is with it. Criterion. So Criterion used to have a lot of they had the Criterion sale, right? So
yeah,
everybody's going, they're loading the cart up, they're getting all the Blu-rays, all the special editions, all the type of stuff. When me and
yeah,
him were looking at Criterion, we enjoy movies. We enjoy watching movies. So for us, if we sacrificed the Blu-ray edition so we could buy so we could get some DVDs and get more, if there was
yeah,
no difference in like the features and stuff like that, and it was like the
yeah,
same release, we'd buy the DVD release and just save
mm,
the Blu-rays for certain special ones and just buy more
yeah,
DVDs. Because for us, it's more about like the watching and enjoying the film as opposed to okay, it's got to have a poster. It's got to have like When a Stranger Calls is a movie from my childhood, something
yeah.
that I
So
watched
it's
like
important to you.
quite a lot. So it's important to me. So that like
Yeah.
I'm going to get that. But I just like unlike you, I didn't mind the movie Drive. That was okay. But
So you wouldn't have paid for it.
no, I'm not gonna like I'd buy it like on a 2 for 20
Yeah.
regular edition, but I'm not gonna buy a box set.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
there's a lot of great box sets out there, and I basically for me, it's cost analysis. So when I go to Canada, obviously, my funds are going to be like what my funds are. I'm going to be able to get some things. There's some things on like not just funds, but like space, bring stuff back.
Yeah.
So when I look into a store, I'm going to be really looking at okay, what do I really want?
Yeah.
And if that turns out to be a box set, it's
Yeah.
always like cost to like it's a cost analysis ratio based. Okay,
Yeah.
if I buy this, it's more going to be more expensive, but is this better than like 5 or 6 of these? So I'll pick up I'd rather for me personally. Now that's everybody's like got their own thing. If I was in the UK right now, I would easily pick up a bunch of these and bypass a couple like limited edition sets
Sure.
just to have more films.
Okay. Yeah. I just wondered
That's my, that's my
because,
long-winded way of answering.
yeah, I've been wondering because lately, and we will answer that in a minute, Alex, about Gregory's girl. I just want to finish this topic quickly. I've been thinking a lot about it, and I've been thinking these box sets. Most of the time, I don't think people actually look at the extra stuff in them because they want to keep them mint.
That was drives me at the wall.
So it's really hard. I mean, I want the collector's edition of Chopper because to me, Chopper's a brilliant movie. I love that movie. I think that movie's important. Same as High Tension. High Tension to me is a brilliant movie.
That's
I
the
want
thing.
both
There's something
those
that you really
movies.
want.
But when I bought Monster, which is a good movie, don't get me wrong, it's really good. Did I need that on Blu-ray for 27 quid? And the answer is no, I didn't.
I was
know,
like there's one here
so
like Space Truckers. Do you want to? Did you want to buy Space Truckers? Yes. Did you want to like? Did you want to buy like $30 Space Truckers? Probably
no,
not.
no.
I
Did you
don't remember
mention
Gregory's
Taryn?
Girl actually, Alex.
Oh, you
I'm a
don't
massive
remember
fan
it?
of Bill Forsyth though.
You don't remember Gregory's got? I thought you would have known that.
I know I've seen it, but dude, it's been since I when I'm saying we're talking like what year did that come out? Because more than likely,
8 years, right?
yeah, more than likely would have been back then. Like what's the one? Sinking Feeling, right? There's another Bill Forsyth one.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. And I got a couple here. I got a couple like
81.
of the flip side ones.
Okay.
81. So yeah, I probably would have seen it like Alex, probably in around 81 or 82. And I don't think I've seen it since. So I think I remember liking it, but I would have to watch it again.
It's interesting, because I was thinking that I was talking to the wife, right? since you and Alex are both here, it'd be really easy to say this, right? I was talking to the wife, and I was saying to her about the whole FOMO stuff, about all this stuff. And I said, I remember when I used to buy box sets and stuff, and I never cared about them not being in front of a window, not being on the shelf crushed, not this, not this little edgeware. I just cared about the movie. And I said, over the last few years, I think because of, especially when I was selling in America to come over here, I've got this obsession with when I have my stuff in mint condition, to the point that now I buy this protective slips for nearly all my Vinegar Syndrome stuff, right? And you just sit there and you go, why? It's the film. But there's that program inside you when you buy this stuff now. Maybe it's the premium prices as well of stuff, but you just sit there and you go, is it really the love of the films anymore? Or is it just the fact that you want to have them and protect them, but at the same time, you're not fully enjoying them because you're worried that you're going to damage it?
Do you think part of it comes from the fact that it's become a collector thing as opposed to like when you're buying films just for the passion of the film? Like it's become a
because it feels a lot like comics were at one point.
And you're paying like a lot more money than you were. Like, and just remember, because we could go to the store and buy like for $5, $10, $20, you get something, right? Like nowadays, like, oh, I'm going to buy a movie. Guess I should mortgage my house because it's a special like $150 edition.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I looked up Friday the 13th to buy, the shout page we said once we decided to do it.
Oh, that is, that's
right. And I was like, 180 quid.
Yeah, that's not a print.
And that was with them damaged. Right. I was like,
you can buy the cheap one, can't you? Like the real cheap one, like the
which one? Well, the 8 movie one, but that's not the whole set, is it?
It's it's I think it's just the Paramount ones. Let me just say, I have a lot of Halloween.
It does become overwhelming. It's horrible, because you want those releases. I mean, for me,
it's the good ones.
Cool. The good ones. I mean, for me, I want the movies because I like the idea of watching movies that I might not be comfortable with. Right. So, for instance, I'll buy a lot of Always Innocence titles because I like being opened up to certain, things. The same with foreign cinema. The same with any kind of cinema, whether it's documentary, whatever. But I like being put outside my comfort zone and learning things from. And finding films that I would not have normally watched. That's why I love Vinegar Syndrome.
Which is fantastic. Like for me, it's gotten to a point where like there's certain film I want a variety of films. I'm tempted just to be a dick and like show the Friday 13th set just to be in, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be nice today, Mark.
All right, I'll come there with a baseball bat, and so that's what you get for flexing. Smash.
But it isn't really.
No. But yeah, it's just a weird thing, because when you try to explain it to people, it's so hard, and then you think to yourself, why am I so paranoid over this? When at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter.
Like for me, like here's the thing. Like I guess I've not gotten to that spot because I'm I got so Twilight Zone. There's the Twilight Zone box at Fifth Dimension. It was the DVD box that had the original series and the 80s series. And it was really hard to get. It came on first sale for really, really cheap. And I grabbed it. I got the last copy. And when it came in the mail, like the box was a bit beaten up, 100%. And like Ken's like, oh, it's a bit beaten up, should we give it back or should we do, I'm like, no. I said, I may never get this again. I don't give a shit. I looked inside. Are the discs okay? I don't care. That was what mattered to me. And and even like down the road when Walmart started like putting out the Twilight Zone set on Blu-ray for $20, which still blows my mind. I grabbed it and I asked my dad. I told my dad, and he couldn't find it, so I ran up to Walmart and grabbed a second copy for my dad.
Nice,
because too good not to pass up on. Right?
Sure, at that price.
Yeah, And
know.
and it's
Oh,
just that basically it's that way I can keep my set like not mint, but it's like I can watch it whenever I want to. And then I got the 80s one too, because that's a harder one to find, right? The 80s one
yeah.
it tends to be more expensive.
Because you probably didn't see it earlier, Alex. Targets came today.
That's so nice. Thank you, Gina, man. But yeah, no, I was always doing that.
Right,
Like,
hold on a minute. That's not true. He charged his dad for some stuff.
for
That's
one
not a
thing.
good son.
Oh, are you
That's
talking
not
about
good.
what was that for?
Oh, I can't remember what it was, but you said you sold it to whatever we were talking about.
Yeah.
And I said, you should have just given it to him.
Oh no, that's after I moved back home, and I was just selling off a lot of my movies that I had from before because I just let's not get into that deal.
You know what? I'm going to give a shout out right near to Alex. He was really good to me because he gave me Forbidden City Cop sealed.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Well,
I
yeah,
like.
it was technically Boris Karloff's last film before he did some of the real junky, Mexican stuff.
You mean the stuff that doesn't exist?
Yeah, the stuff that you blanked your memory to,
Yeah.
which I
Target
wish
says,
we all could have.
yeah. Target says his last good film. Like, let's put it that way. It's his last.
What annoys me is I bought those 4 films, right, in that set, and
Yeah.
they're
No.
edited. What I mean by that is they've got like 15, 20 minutes cut off them.
Are you
It's
serious?
like, it's like, what the hell? So you're not even watching the full film. I mean, you probably wish it was cut to like 10 minutes per film, but still, it's like, it's not the whole film.
The washing
Alan
machine,
Pitt,
by the way, Alan, is like totally like because of my better half, who 1 year for my birthday decided she wanted to get me a bunch of shameless stuff, one surprised me. And that washing machine was one of the ones that she surprised me with. That went in at the Bronx Warriors trilogy. The
that Bronx
steel.
Wars trilogy was beautiful. I got that for £6 in CEX years ago. I saw it on the
Fantastic.
site, and it was in Romford, and I rushed there 5 in the morning to be there when they opened because I knew it'd sell if I wasn't there before I opened.
Oh yeah, it's such a beautiful embossed like
Mm.
steel case. It's just so great.
Yeah, I don't have it anymore because I got the Blu-rays. So but I think the whole FOMO stuff and the thing. This is what I like Criterion and BFI, right? Because when they release their stuff, it's going to be out for a while. You don't have to stress about it.
Speaking of which, like to put a question on here, Malcolm, how would you feel if Criterion and BFI started to get into the limited edition game?
I'd be really angry. I'd be angry because I'd be like, oh, come on, not now. I think that's the problem with media at the minute. All these limited edition things are getting so ridiculous.
Like I kind of roll my eyes nowadays when I go I'm on certain like Facebook groups, and there's certain companies and people will put out, look, there's only 30 of these copies of this movie left, or there's only 50 of these copies left, the slipcover, and I'm like, there was a time when I'd be like, oh my god, I better, gonna get on that, and now it's like, okay.
I'll be honest with you. Alex and Meg, when I lived in America, me and Alex would talk about all these releases coming out. But back then Alex was a lot younger. He was, still growing up. He was like, how old was he when I met him? I think it was like 14, right, when we met online. And I took him under my wing. We started talking. And no, when he was like, I think it was like 16, 17, I think. And we started talking thanks to the chats I was doing at the time. And we used to talk about these titles. Is he going to get this? Is he going to get that? He used to send me all these pictures. I'd send him pictures. And then obviously, as you get older, you have more responsibilities. So that's not so much now, right? Me, I still buy like I did. And sometimes I feel suffocated by it.
I mean, this last year, obviously, where I couldn't buy as much, has
It's
really
probably helped
changed my
you.
outlook.
Yeah.
It's really changed my outlook. Something I want to show you. I'm going to put on the screen here. that I definitely have to chat about. What are you doing? No, you
All
can
right.
go with it. Well, I gotta find it. It looks like it's not gonna be there. Let's go to images. Maybe it'll be there. Okay, there we go. So, well, I have this very serious question to ask you.
All right.
Are you gonna go to Pound Town?
I'm going to go to Pound Town. I've decided. Everybody who's in the chat who's watching, if you want me to take you all to Pound Town, I'm willing to do it. Because I've got a feeling that this is going to be the greatest event ever in Pound Town history.
Has anybody, by the way, heard of this? Because here's the thing, guys. There literally is a big, like a new wrestling company. And
made by Cameron, that Ariane girl, and I would never have guessed that because when she was asked who her favourite match was, she said it was like Alicia Fox versus what do you call it, the Tough Enough thing. And you thought, and she was like brain dead on that, but she wasn't a real wrestling fan, right? But now she's opening her own wrestling company. What's going on?
Well, obviously, like if she's opening up a wrestling company and calling it Pound Town, then she's a great wrestling mind. Like
Pound
she's not
Town
just one of the
wrestling.
Funkadelics, Malcolm. She wasn't just one of the Funkadelics, which she was, by the way. Often known as that other Funkadelic, the one with Naomi. But yeah,
the one who was talented.
Naomi was extremely talented. Naomi is extremely talented.
Oh, that's what I mean. She was the talented one. I mean,
yeah. Oh hell yeah. Like she's an Impact now. She's doing great. But
Alex used to watch a MMA one called No Surrender.
I think I saw some of that.
Yeah. That was an adult site.
Was it?
Yeah. No Surrender. It was the one, remember with the women when they'd do the MMA and then they'd take care of each other afterwards.
The one that I used to I watched was called Women. Was it Women's Catfighting? Used to come on the Fight Network, come on late at night, and I haven't been able to find it anywhere since.
Well, you can get you can get them on DVD on eBay.
Can you? Is it the ones that I'm thinking? Is it the ones I'm thinking about?
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Because if it's the ones I'm thinking about, you know, 1 minute they're cat fighting, the next minute
they're going for it. They were intense, and they actually, to be fair, they were actually really great to watch. Those No Surrenders. I mean, you really felt it. It weren't like it didn't feel like just a scene. It felt like a real powerful kind of, okay, she's submitted. Now she's going to really submit. You know what I mean? It was really good.
I remember there's like these pay-per-views that came on back in the day, like women's nude wrestling, and like Jimmy Hart was there. I'm not joking. It's a real thing, man.
Yeah, he was. Bobby Heenan was there as well.
Yeah. They have some nice stuff here, actually, in the 15, like the 2 for 15 pounds.
I recommend Jeepers Creepers 3 and 1 to everybody because greatest director of all time.
God. I like, there's some nice, like, there's some slasher classics here. I gotta love that. Love these here.
Flavia the Heretic. I watched that recently.
How did you find it?
And I have to say, it's a very interesting film. The whole culture, the fact that she's a nun in it, the fact that she sleeps with the guy, the fact how it ends. It was a really decent film. But I can see why a lot of people would be very mixed about it because it's based off of real people.
See, I got it, but I haven't watched it in ages. I think I watched it just right after I came back from London, but I haven't seen it since. There's some great stuff here. I mean, this is even better stuff than like the great Second Sight stuff. Look at this here, man. We got The Devil a Daughter here from Studio Canal. The Best of 80s Scream Queens is here.
A hilarious story on that to The Devil and Daughter. I sent Alex a message going, oh, she looks great nude, right? And then 10 minutes later, I was like, oh, yeah, she was 14. And he was like, And I'm like, oh. Because I was
awkward.
Like, oh. Yeah, very awkward.
It's like
I need 1 million years BC. In Pound Town, yeah.
Yeah, let's take the kids to Pound Town.
Don't get Pound Town. Don't get Pound Town mixed with Poundland because that's what's probably going to happen.
Uh,
Worm was my first hanging film
Delirium.
this month.
I'm guessing you got this one, Mark. You gotta have Delirium in your
I
collection.
do have that. I
Sorry.
actually really like that with the disabled guy watching her out the window. I love
It's a
that.
really good film.
Baba
Uh,
Yaga, I've never been keen on.
It's okay. It's a bit. Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde. I wish I had this. This is good. These are good prices. I would, man, if I was in London right now, I would be spending a crap ton of money
I
on
bought all
hymns.
them. I bought all them, all the ones I could from Amazon. I moved here because they were on sale, and most of them came with ripped slip covers.
Well, here's your chance. All these are back in stock soon, though, unfortunately. Dennis Waterman, good old Minder and Scars of Dracula. Gotta love that.
Have you seen the Africa Horror Show? Trailer
I
show?
haven't actually.
It's decent. It's just trailers, obviously, but it's decent.
I like trailers. I actually wouldn't mind owning this. I used to have this on VHS, The Sundown, The Vampire Retreat. Really used to like this one, actually.
Watched Lair of the White Worm as my first Halloween film this month. What a film. Yeah, it's got Peter Capaldi in it as well.
A very young Peter Capaldi, yeah.
Yeah. It's a great film. I've got the Blu-ray, I just haven't watched it.
Gorgeous. Like Amanda Donohoe, I think. Absolutely stunning in it.
Have you seen The Zodiac Killer?
I have. It's been a while, but yeah. I don't own
It's
this one,
hilarious.
It's kind of comical because here's a guy that's making the movie, like unironically, he's making a movie and trying to figure out the Zodiac Killer at the same time. Like, not a word of a lie, guys. That's actually what's happening with this film.
What two things I love on that Blu-ray, right, is when he goes, "Oh, let me help you," and he shoves a woman's head and starts jumping up and down on the bonnet on her head. That was hilarious. And another Son of Sam bit where the guy gets really upset about his cat and he decides he wants to just go and kill her. Goes, "No, Devils, I will get revenge for you." And you're like, "You're the one who killed him."
There's some good titles here as well, like The Wraith. A Wraith is a great one. Effects is a lot of fun, actually.
I watched that, but I've got the 4K.
Everybody should watch and own Return of the Living Dead 3 because, Melinda Clarke. Oh,
I've got the shirt. I've got the shirt with a thing sticking out.
Oh yeah. Strange. Oh, I love this one. Drug Stories. I so love this one. Have you seen this one?
No, not yet.
Dude. It's hilarious.
What about Waxwork?
Waxworks, everybody should know Wax. Now, I don't like the way they did it there in the UK because that's Waxworks. But in North America, they put Waxworks and Waxworks 2 together as a set.
Yeah, they should have done here as well.
But yeah, I love Waxworks. I think it's a fantastic film. Actually, here's a little trivia, Aaron trivia for you because everybody wants some Aaron trivia. I actually worked on when I was writing on a script. So I was doing 2, and they were both like TV scripts. One was for a Phantasm TV series. And it was going to be kind of a road picture. And another one was for a Waxworks TV series.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So when I was trying to get into the school, like the writing school, the Disney had like this writing class where you could go in and they pay you so much money to stay there for 6 months.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
But that's we need to do.
A couple of years ago, I was writing a film, and it involved me and 2 women, and we just kept on getting on.
This Wax Museum one looks good.
I've got that. I haven't watched it though.
That's a gorgeous looking one.
Whoa, Little Monsters.
I'm okay with Little Monsters. It's not my childhood. Like for some people, this is their childhood, right? But not for me. It's okay. Did you like Blood Diner, Jackie?
I watched it. I own it, but I haven't watched it.
I bought it because it was cheap, but it was me.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of it on In Search of Darkness, the documentary.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I'll have my In Search of Darkness. I'll be able to unbox those because I was one of the backers for the last one, and I bought the box set with the posters.
Oh, lovely.
Christine.
That's going to be quite, actually. Classic.
As you know, I love this movie.
as Halloween Ends has proven from your theory, it all came from Christine.
It did. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
just
guys,
so you
if
know,
you ever watch Halloween Ends again, like watch Christine first.
Alex loves Sheepfreak.
Really? No.
Yeah, the one at the bottom. Yeah, he says it's a really beautiful restoration.
I got Doll of Satan, the Twilight Time edition. I haven't watched it yet, and I know I've seen it years ago, but I don't remember it at all.
Mm.
I did pick up this
Yeah,
Dimension
Films
13
one's good.
director's cut,
I've got that. Got everything on
There's
this.
a lot of great stuff here.
Praise, brilliant.
We'll do the last page here, and I'll be honest, guys, I got to go out and like feed the cats. But don't be afraid of the dark. HMV. I'm guessing you got this too.
Yeah, I've got that.
Such a cool release. Scary Tales. Oh my god, I watched this with Dad.
Yeah.
This is so cheap, but so much fun. So much fun. Have you watched Scary Tales yet, Malcolm?
Not yet, but I've got it.
Yeah, I know you. You got all the.
I got it. What's this? There was a horror documentary you two mentioned a week or so ago. It was talking about loads of horror icons. Was included in a Blu-ray set. And includes. Oh, you're talking about. Are you talking about Terror of the Isles?
Terror of the Isles was a fantastic one. I actually have. I don't have the Scream Factory edition of it. I actually got it from. It was included on Halloween 2, the original, like Halloween 2 that came out, not the Scream Factory edition, but the one that came out previously. It was the kind of the bonus feature on it. Well, it was really fun.
I've been really getting into the documentaries on the old Universal discs. Wow, great one. There you go.
They're fun. I mean, like when you sit back and watch those, you mean like the Dracula and the Frankenstein ones, and
Yeah, the ones on the Universal ones. It's really nice as well because they're actually on Letterboxd.
You know what has like some of my favorite documentaries? The Bond like series.
They're brilliant.
Oh man, such great. And you find out so much stuff, and there's like you see like people like that tested for Bond that didn't get the role. Yeah. James Brolin.
That you end up knowing more about the Bonds than you ever thought you ever could.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. And then you read the Bond books, and you're like, whoa, like what? And you kind of wondering, like, people are like, man, why don't they make Bond more like the books? Make them classics like the books. And you read the books, you're like, what?
Yeah, I'd never forget. When you read the books, Bond is so unlikable.
He is. He's a really unlikable character. He's like a dick. He's a complete dick.
Especially in Live and Let Die. My word, the amount of horrible things he says and does, and it's like, oh, awful. And the books feel like they're so big when they're not. They're like this big to read, but they feel like they're bigger.
Well, I remember I think it was my cousins once about me. It was Casino Royale. And no, and Goldfinger. It was about me Goldfinger. I think about me Casino Royale. Not like just knowing the movies, not aware what the books were like. And I'm reading it, and I'm like, did Sam Peckinpah write these things? Like, what the heck?
Yeah, they're weird. And what's weird as well is they're so different in most cases than the actual movies.
Oh,
like 100%. The stories. You go, oh, that's what I mean. It's weird.
And not in a good way. Like, the movie's much better. Like, you're looking at, these movies.
Do you think, his question for you, do you think he forced himself on them in the movie? Because a lot of people say he did.
That he what? In the movie? In the movie, I don't think so.
Yeah, but, because when they have that moment, I think it's in the barn, and she goes for him, and he tackles her and gets on the floor. A lot of people say that was a man basically taking advantage of a woman. I've never seen it that way because I always thought Pussy Galore was a very dominant kind of woman, like very strong.
Yeah, no, I think the character, like as played by Honor Blackman.
Yeah,
I don't think as skilled as Bond is, I really don't think he'd have the ability. Because she was a strong character. So no, I never saw it like that. I can get why people might see it like that, and I do think like for some people, this you see sometimes into things what you want to see.
Yeah.
But for
I
me, no.
think
Like
I
in the book,
I think
there's
it was
much.
one. I think one of my things about that was that she was being submissive to him because obviously throughout the film you can tell she's interested in him.
It's a different one. Like she's supposed to be like, I guess, the first kind of like maybe bisexual character that we get from
Yeah.
the.
You can obviously tell that in the thing. Unbound
Yeah,
was
like
so brilliant in that role. Here's a
top 10
thought you should do a
documentaries. Actually, we'll
video.
do that sometime. But I
That'd
have
be
to
a good
break
one
down the types
actually.
of documentaries because, like, I can't do top 10 documentaries because I'm sorry, man. Because I top 10 horror documentaries, top, like movie documentaries.
The
There's just
Imposter's
some.
a good one.
Which one?
The Imposter. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, you know what's a really good one? Like, what as in when I say like a documentary that's going to be like a fun time for the family. Like you can just sit back and watch. Like, like he's preparing himself, capturing the Freedmans.
That's good. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
No, it is, but like nothing says like a nice relaxing night at home with the family to watching capturing the Freedmans.
Have
I
you seen
actually
the Netflix one? Have you seen the Netflix documentary called Don't F with Cats?
I started to. It bothered me and I turned off.
Because once it gets past that first bit, the cat stuff,
Yeah.
it's about this guy, but basically it's just really strange, right? And I thought it was a really good documentary when it stopped talking about the cat part, because that was the worst part about the whole thing.
So
Because you're like, I can be evil enough to do that stuff. But when it gets to the murder and it gets to that stuff, and at least people tracked him and found him, it was really interesting.
I get sucked into cult documentaries, like Nexium stuff, and there's a documentary on Netflix about this. There was supposed to be like this company, and they were like they were supposed to be like sex positive type like thing, but it turned out to be like this really weird cult. And
Like Heaven's Gate and Waco and that.
it's kind of like that, actually, yeah. But it was much much in the way of Nexium. It was kind of like pushed as like something that would show at like for like companies for business retreats and stuff like that.
I'll be honest
But
with you, the Heaven's Gate thing always amazes me. How you can go from being a con person to then having a supposed suspicious kind of church thing where you're worshipping aliens on spacecrafts and you think that if you kill yourself, you're going to go on the spaceship to heaven. To me, that's like...
you realize like Scientology's
Well, yeah, but nobody said any of them actually make sense. I mean, look at John Travolta. He looks crazy, doesn't he?
I got you know what? Just saying that I got a little bit nervous. Like, oh damn! Like they're gonna get me now.
Well, they're gonna invade the channel and start threatening you.
Like that. What's the episode of like South Park in the closet?
Oh yeah, I remember that when they turned up, didn't they?
Like Tom Cruise is like in the closet
Yeah.
because he doesn't like he doesn't like movies. And so was it R. Kelly comes along? It's Tom Cruise in the closet, and I put in my gun.
George says a really good documentary on Netflix right now is Who Killed Jill Dando. That was such a sad story, Jill Dando, because she got killed on her doorstep, right? And yet, no, I believe it was on her doorstep, and nobody to this day knows who killed her. I mean, I watched documentaries, so...
I actually watched I watched like when I was working in Canada. I like on my lunch break. So I used to watch a bunch of these like YouTube like crime documentary people like Bailey Sarian and people like that.
Yeah.
And they did like one of them did like the Joe Dando thing. It was because they honestly sometimes I find those like YouTube crime ones do a better job.
They
than
do.
like
They do a lot better than the cheap Amazon ones.
because it's more concise too.
Major December had a great cameo as the homeless man in Back to the Future.
Oh,
Well, first of all, Alan.
That's George Buck Flowers, so that's a compliment.
So, just so you know, Alan, it was Back to the Future 2 I was in. And I'll be honest with you, I was the best part of that film.
Better than like Jaws, whatever 47 was called.
Yeah, even better than Marty McFly. You know, I could have taken the role if I wanted to, looking like this.
I probably
Anyway,
could
my
have taken the
hair, look at
role
my hair. My hairstyle is
of Doc Brown.
amazing. See, look there.
See, I could take the role of Doc
Amazing.
Brown.
Yeah, there you go. You'd make a Doc Brown. And I'll be Marty McFly. But mine would be my name would be like what would the adult name be for that character? Marty, you know, I won't be Smart. It can't be like Marty Muck, you know what I mean?
Whenever you say that, I think about the pre-Rick and Morty when they did like the Doc Brown. And did you ever see those cartoons?
I like Rick and Morty. I watched the first few episodes. I love the dog one.
Oh yeah.
But I really found it hard getting into it because it just was constant burping and it was really annoying me.
Did
You
you
know?
watch the what they did before though? Like when it was like Doc Brown and Marty. I'll tell you off camera. I can't tell you on camera, but I'll tell you off camera. That's hilarious.
Okay. Sounds good. What's this? Do you have Back to the Future the complete made series DVD set? I did while I was in America. I did. Well, it's not that bad of a. It's not that bad series. If I remember correctly, it's 2 series in it, and I didn't mind it, but I didn't bring it with me.
Well, here's the thing: if you got the special edition of like the Back to the Future,
Yeah, the Blu-ray one, you got in there,
comes-
didn't you?
Yeah, I got my cousin got it me for Christmas one year. But with that being said, guys, at 3 hours, I think we've tap danced our way through.
Wow, 3 hours.
And I want to thank you for coming on. Malcolm, thank you so much, especially after all the stuff that we did today too. So guys, have a fantastic night. Be sure to like the video, share, subscribe, do all that jazzy stuff, because you'd be surprised the amount of people that actually are watching that aren't subscribed. 33%. It's 33% for this.
Well, is that what it is? 33%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is actually pretty good overall. And
subscribe,
like become a patron, and make sure you don't miss out on Saturday's video. And we will see you right here next time in Call to Cinema.
Okay, guys.